Who's first? Safi? I mean, Safi's dick is the biggest this stream. Congratulations. I heard this place is to get my Friday sermon. You would be correct. That's what Jesus is here for. Jesus loves you, by the way. Even if you mail people pipe bombs, Jesus still loves you. Why playing with Jesus again? I don't know, it's fun. It's choreographed with the music. We all need to play with Jesus more, to be honest. Correct. I'm gonna miss the first one time and suddenly my dick isn't the biggest, so lame. Skill issue. Maybe next time you'll think about having the biggest dick, because that's really important. It's the most important thing of all. Is this somewhere else as well? Yes, it is on twitch.tv/kamikaze_shortbus. Thank you for that inquiry, Mr. Instagram man. Streaming on Instagram is ass. Windows Control T. Then eventually, I'll probably forget the Instagram chat exists again, because it always happens. There's no integration for it in Streamlabs. Oh fuck yeah, I catch one of these when I can finally stay up late. What time is it over there, wherever you are? In your fake made-up country. By the way, it's America's birthday today. Just wanted you guys to remember that. Remember who's number one. Hello, Blakeberry. Got banned on Insta for posting a pic that said, anyone have crack? I got like a temporary streaming ban on Instagram for saying somebody was stupid. And then the same thing happened when I called somebody ugly. It's not fun anymore, flaming people on Instagram. What's America? It's the greatest place in the world, obviously. We have cars and no public transportation, and our healthcare costs $1 million. Come join us. Best place. 10 out of 10. It's real, I just happen to be on here. I don't really use Twitch much. I use Twitch a lot, because I stream, and I don't have a real job. So unfortunately, I use Twitch all the time. Yeah, fucking America! Caca, motherfucker! Fuckers, freedom and hot dogs and hamburgers and hate for minorities. It's 12 a.m. I usually don't go to bed till like 3 or 4 a.m. You gotta do better. Skill issue. Also, on behalf of the rest of the world, shut your toddler country citizen mouth up, American. Somebody is just jealous that, we have bald eagles and stuff. I'm moving to America then. That's what you should do. USA. If America first, then why birthday on 4th? Checkmate, Yankees. I think a Canadian wrote that one. Canadian detected. Everybody kill this man. Home of the felons. Sure in the shit is. Jealous? Can I buy a tank? Probably. I haven't checked. You can definitely buy a gun in Walmart in certain states. They just have them out. You can just go get one. In the South, you can just go to Walmart and buy a fucking gun. Like an entire rifle. That sounds made up, but I'm not kidding. How many guns did you get for the 4th of July? I'm gonna go later with my dad, and we're gonna get at least 20 more guns. And then we're gonna shoot those into the sky instead of fireworks. Possibly into an open crowd to celebrate freedom. Whoever gets shot and dies, they're just not free enough and they don't deserve to be here. I can buy a shotgun at Walmart. I can take a pic next time I go on, but it's true. Yeah, this guy fucking gets it. You can't do that in California, but you can definitely do it in like a lot of other states. Damn, buying guns like gum. Correct. I was using Twitch to stream recording guitar and making music, and then forgot about Twitch for like 5 months. Twitch is a very forgettable place, honestly. I forget about Twitch all the time. I like to pretend that you guys are just like hallucinations and I'm just talking to myself in my own room. And there's nobody watching this. It kind of makes it easier to stream. I put my choker on too tight again. I might die. There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty, guys. It's time to get started. It's almost time. I mean, it is time right now. I need to change the music though, there's no way. I mean, I think you don't get copyright strikes for Sega music, but there's no way I can stream to Green Hill Zone for 3 fucking hours. Na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay, I need something else to listen to. It can't be this. It could not reasonably be this. Cute, but not 3 hours cute. That is some easy listening. Easy listening, boys and goyles. Stream delay. I'm so tired, I thought that bathtub was real. Mate, you might need to go to beddy by times. Might want to, you know, stay tuned for the VOD instead, if you're hallucinating a real bathtub in my room like that. We have the place where it's expensive to stay alive and to die, yeah. Could be worse though. You could go to Canada where like suicide pods are legal, and if you're like homeless or you need like a lung transplant, the doctors can be just like refusing you that, and they'll just say, well, you could always just die, you could always just kill yourself, and that's how health care in Canada works. So it could be worse. Never mind, it's fixed now. Thank God. I hate when there's streaming problems.
Wave more epic dating advice to chill, relax too.
Hell yeah. Wait, Tub Girl stream soon? Oh yeah. Tub Girl. That's yep. That's what we're doing. We're doing Tub Girl soon. You'll just have to wait and see for that when we do Tub Girl together as a family. My dad watches this stream.
Ah, yes, the go-to. It could all be worse. Canada.
Well, you know what? Don't you have to wait like 10 fucking months to get like a doctor's appointment in Canada? And I guess you could also go to like a private doctor there, but then you'd also have to just pay just as much for an American doctor. I don't hear anything good about Canada either. I only hear good things about Canada when it's somebody who has never been to Canada before. Everything I hear about Canada from actual Canadians, it just sounds like it sucks shit. Sounds like it sucks shit on a similar level to America. I think Canada is a meme. Tub Girl arc would go crazy, like literally an arc, like an arc of shit spewing out of my ass. Yeah, I think that would go pretty hard, actually. Oh, this is the wrong screen. I need it. Excuse me. Where is it? Where'd it go? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. It is, in fact, this one. Sick! Wow! Not legit fuck Canada? That's what I thought. See, I'm always right because I'm an American. I'm always correct. Healthcare is free in Saudi Arabia. Surgeries, bills, anything. Damn, it's expensive out there. Saudi Arabia, huh? Don't you, like, get in trouble for being a woman there? I don't know if I want that. You gotta raise your pros and your cons against each other. I kind of don't want to get in trouble for being a girl in Saudi Arabia. I only like one Canadian, and that's my friend who in middle school almost burned down his school with, like, store brand napalm. Based. Best Canadian. Best Canadian. Nope, it's a normal thing. You can do whatever you want. What do you mean about Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia also has zero tax because they sell oil to the rest of the planet, so yeah. I guess that's a plus. Even if you want to do the 9/11 thing again. Well, I don't think we want to do 9/11 again. I don't think that one needs a sequel. I think that one, you know, I think the first one was, like, pretty good. So we don't need a second one to ruin the momentum. Like, what's it called? Toy Story 2. You just keep it at 1. We have tax since 2018. Well, now you just suck as much as the rest of us here in America. Saudis have indentured slaves, which they steal their passports. Lovely. We have to do is Netflix adaptation. Netflix adaptation of 9/11. What could that possibly entail? Saudi Arabia also loves to import Indian people to do their work, to hit with sticks and upload it on their socials. Jesus fucking Christ. The world sure is a place. Humanity sure is a species. 9/11 2. Wouldn't it just be 9/12? Wouldn't that just be the sequel name? LOL, by the way, don't read any rumors. I got all the tea. Give us the tea, sister. Tell us all about Saudi Arabia. Tell us now. I don't know. I hear, like, fear-mongering about it on the internet. You never know what's fucking true, because everybody just fucking lies for, clicks. So I have no idea what fucking happens in Saudi Arabia. Alright, we left off on Mr. Dog Boy here. So number 10. Number 10 is Reed. Or Ride? Reide. Reide. Let's open that shit up. You guys ready for some advice on dating? Wanna know how to get bitches? I can tell you all about that as a bitches myself. Hi, Kamikaze Short Bus. Hello, Bugwells. It'd probably be like 9/12 Rebirth. What's also a terrible name for a sequel? Oh, I like what Alvin and the Chipmunks did. They called it the Squeakquel. We could call it 9/11 the Squeakquel. I think that'd be a pretty good name. Well, as a girl, your Uber is most of the time below $5 for more than 2 years. Well, I don't use Uber enough to warrant moving to Saudi Arabia. I don't know if that's good enough for me. 9/11 the Twin Towers. If they did a second 9/11, what do you think they would hit? I gotta be careful talking about this, because I think there have been people on Twitch who get banned for saying stuff like that. But I guess they've been serious about it, like that one person.
9/11 This time it's personal.
Who was that one girl who said, or was it a girl, or was it fucking Hassan, who said America deserved 9/11? Somebody said that. I don't think they got banned, though, because they're one of, like, Twitch's favorite little guys, so they're allowed to say stuff like that. But if I say stuff like that, I'm gonna get banned. But when I say it's a fucking joke, but, you know, nobody can tell what a joke is anymore. It was Hassan? Okay, of course it was. It sounds about right. Alright, Reed, 26. Special interests or talents. Talents. Musician, potter, artist, upcycler, forager, gamer sometimes. Interests. Science, psychology, health, and fitness, autistic fixations, The Binding of Isaac, Luigi's Mansion 1, music history. Every time we stream, Binding of Isaac gets mentioned at least one time, and I don't know why. There's like something very cosmically odd going on with Binding of Isaac, and I couldn't tell you why that happens. Go to Riz method, autistic Riz, brain rot humor, expanding on common interests by making people talk about themselves. That's a good tactic. People love talking about themselves. It's a good tactic, especially if you're shy and you don't know how to talk about yourself. And it also works because then the other person doesn't think that you just don't shut up about your own stuff. So, you know, it's good to give people space. Date location, coffee, light brunch, and if it goes well, a hike afterward or on the second date. I wouldn't say do a hike on the first date. That can be scary for a girl. That's a good way to get the girl to think that she's gonna get fucking murdered. Where did my goop go? Already feeling the effects of low blood sugar. Maybe I need to go to a doctor. I guess I'll figure that out later when it starts to really hurt. Could have sworn I brought it in here with me. Oh well. You gotta play Binding of Isaac for stream. It's like not a good game to stream though, because it's just too much shit happening. And I'm pretty sure you guys like the streams where I can talk to you and not like have my full attention on the video game. Main perks. I make references that are sick as fuck. I know how to survive. You're gonna have to define this. What does a sick as fuck reference mean? Because I feel like a reference only works when somebody understands the reference. So you're kind of limiting yourself to dating people who get the reference. I know how to survive in the wilderness. I can give free concerts. I can cook well. I'm emotionally intelligent and an exceptional communicator, so no screaming matches, and I try to embody or work toward my core values every day. It's good shit. Good shit, my guy. Big red flag. I have OCD, autism, and ADHD, so regulating myself without my meds is basically a full-time job. Bills, appointments, and general adult stuff stress me the fuck out. Every second I'm not living on a commune or out of a camper decreases my will to live. I'd say that's pretty normal. My will to live is decreasing with every minute that I'm alive. But, you know, that's modern living for you. Personal hell. Right now, baby living paycheck to paycheck with medical bills and student debt and constant bullshit I need to keep track of. Same. Dating experience. This is a terrifying picture. It's funny, but just make sure it's not your fucking first picture or nobody is gonna swipe on you because they're gonna get fucking jump scared. It's terrifying. Oh, I gotta move this so the Instagram people can see it. God, I hate streaming on Instagram. It's ass. There we go. Now it's just barely legible, too, because it's not big enough. Fantastic. If you're watching on Instagram, don't. Come to Twitch. You still have a will to live? Just came in to say hi. What's up, Shaved Wombat? Soul's Dead said, fuck you, you weren't giving me enough attention, so I had to download Twitch. All according to plan. Guys, I also must mention that Dr. Fatherly Love and Alexa present here with us today did indeed help me get bitches. Don't use my government name, I will hurt you, I will find out where you live, and I will break your fingies. Mere moments after clicking off the stream, I got a message from my best friend setting me up with a girl he rejected. The Lord, provides, I guess, nice. It was all me that did that. The Lord didn't do shit. That was all me. This is what happens when you come to my streams, you get bitches after, okay? Favorite ways to raw on the internet. Toes out. Toes out. Feet up, lying down on the lazy boy with a weighted blanket draped over me. So not doing anything, just relaxing. Pretty good. Who just, hello, Cobalt Velvet. What's up? Hot take, the concept of currency is gay, and I want to love self-sustainability with a group of like-minded individuals. So communism, basically. I understand. Communism is one of those things that typically does not work because humans are greedy little bastards. Wild card freebie to overshare. My upbringing had me live through cruelty and abuse by basically all of my family's peers and teachers, guardians, with virtually no respite, aside from when everybody in the house was miraculously asleep / at the bar. On top of that, I was born with several nerfs that greatly affected my ability to navigate and learn from social situations. Dyslexia, petit mal seizures, ADHD, autism. So my mom only smoked the best while I was cooking in the oven. Because of this, I'm basically now just as a 26-year-old learning how to behave like a neurotypical adult and how to interact with others in a way that doesn't make them think I'm creepy, retarded, or both, because I've been a recluse basically my entire life. Same! There's hope for you. If I can do it, you can do it. That was until this past year when I was briefly able to get my hands on some medication and therapy, and then learned how to not hate myself at all times of the day, and also learned how well to quell the suicidal thoughts. Your profile, you think, is a 0 out of 10. Again, you guys need to have more confidence in yourselves. This is a fine and dandy profile as long as you don't overshare this on a date. So you can tell me, because that's what this option is here for. But on a date, do not tell women that you have problems like this. I mean, it's okay to look for somebody that is accepting of you for who you are, and in fact, you should look for that. But this is not a first date conversation. If you do that, you're going to scare the hoes. Somebody did that to me on a date one time, and they told me that they did drugs shortly before the date happened. They said they can't get an Adderall prescription, so they get it on the street, And if you know anything about street Adderall, it's more than likely laced with fent. So he came to the date high on fentanyl, and then he tells me his like tragic anime backstory about how his parents are both like alcoholics, and then one time he curb stomped a cat for some reason. So, you know, that's not a first date conversation. You need to trickle feed things like this to people. And, you know, the flip side of that coin is that there are crazy people out there, like I've dated, that you say one negative thing about your past and they pack up and leave because they don't want to accept anything less than like a perfect person with no past. You shouldn't date people like that either. And you shouldn't have to be held hostage by somebody who's like this. You need to find a perfect balance between gently telling everybody precisely what is wrong with you, because you don't want to lead anybody on with problems that they are not aware of. And you need to find somebody that accepts you despite all of your flaws, because there's nothing wrong with flaws. It makes you human. But, you know, just don't do all of this on the first date. It's not a good idea. Not a good idea. Follow-up question, is Fent on a second date okay? I'd say Fent is more like you gotta wait at least a year in. You gotta wait till you start to hate each other, and then you do Fent to escape your partner. Then it's time for the Fent. Curb stomping a cat deserves a death sentence. Yeah, that's kind of what ended the date for me. That's what prematurely made me want to leave. That was a very weird fact that did not want to be shared. I did not need to be shared. And, you know, sometimes the tactic is just to let somebody talk so they can tell on themselves. So you know whether or not pretty early if you're dating a weird little freak. So that guy was definitely freak mode, and not in like the cool sexy way, just the weird, please never be in the same room as me ever again way. So yeah, but yeah, you've got some good shit going on. Alt bitches love this kind of physique. They love the long hair and the piercings. And they love internet brain rot humor. Let's see. They like when you're a musician. Bitches love musicians. And any art as a hobby is usually good for attracting women, because it's easier to find women who like art by going to like art shows or classes. So, you know, you're one of those people that could probably avoid dating apps altogether, because you can just go to places in real life where you have shared hobbies with people. So yeah, you know, you got a good one. Just don't trauma dump. You trauma trickle down trauma dumping, basically. But yeah. Alrighty. Any questions? No? A coworker the other day said they put a cat on a ceiling fan and turn it on to see if they'd land on their feet, and I was just like, what is wrong with people? What the fuck? Why would you fucking do that? Why do people like hurting animals? I'll never fucking understand that shit. You should probably never be alone in a room with that person. Call me a little woke here. I think animal abuse is not really an attractive feature. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's my favorite thing in the world. I would prefer people didn't hurt animals. Ugh! Oh, another advice dating stream when Discord art gallery roast, commentary. I wouldn't do that. That's mean. I wouldn't roast people for their art. People are always in a transitional phase with their artwork, and they're always improving. So, I'm down to critique people, but roasting wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I'm not a mean guy. I just look mean. I have a question. Are all guys with piercings red flags? I wouldn't say any of them are red flags. It's just like a weird societal thing that people have because they don't like emo people and goths for some reason. There's nothing wrong with having piercings. There's like, let's see, if I could pick a red flag regarding somebody's appearance, probably just having greasy hair. Going on a date with greasy hair, that means you didn't care enough to fucking shower beforehand. Going on a date with dirty sweatpants on and not like an actual outfit, it means you did not give a shit enough to wear something nice. Fuck that kind of person. But like fashion choices, I wouldn't say are necessarily red flags. Maybe if you go on a date with a girl and she's got like she comes into the cafe just wearing nipple pasties and nothing else, that might be questionable behavior. I don't know what the male equivalent of that would be. I guess if a man wore a G-string to a date, that'd be kind of interesting. Not ideal. But, you know, that kind of shit never happens, so you don't really have to worry about it. I worked with a guy who used to say, when the race war starts, we're going to be generals. Who got too comfortable with me and admitted he put cats in freezers, had to avoid him. What the fuck, man? Why would you... Can you, like, report him to something? Like, tell on him for doing that? Are there, like, retroactive ways to get people in trouble for animal abuse? That's fucked up, man. That's really fucked. When the boy got the rainbow Crocs. maybe Crocs are a red flag. But that's just, like, more of a personal thing. I just don't like Crocs. It just reminds me of the Idiocracy movie. Alright, next one. Stefan, or is it Steven? One of those. Stefan from Argentina. Oh, same, me too. Argentina Capital Federal Special Interests or Talents. I'm good drawing gore. I would not tell people that on the first date. Don't pilot the interaction with that one, maybe. Go to Riz Method. Talking nonsense about everything. Date location, a museum to laugh about stuff, or go to a park and climb statues. You had me until the climbing statues part. That sounds a little bit dangerous. I think somebody in, like, Philadelphia fucking died doing that. Because they got really excited over the Super Bowl or some shit. And they climbed a statue and then they fell off and fucking died. I think maybe dying on a first date isn't ideal. Main perks, a lot of stamina for stuff. I have a great alcohol resistance. I can put my leg behind my neck and open a bottle with anything around me. Okay, so this is giving alcoholism. You might be an alcoholic if these are your perks. I wouldn't say these are perks. It might be a perk if you're a Japanese salaryman and you're required every day to outdrink your fucking boss at the izakaya. But for a date, I wouldn't tell people this. And maybe consider drinking less. Maybe consider reducing your alcohol tolerance. What the fuck, man? Climbing is cool if you don't do it in a stupid way, like you're not more vertical than before. That's something, right? I suppose. I'm not really a climbing person. I might even be a little afraid of heights. I went to the Lot Tower in South Korea, and being on that thing made me feel very sick. I did not like that experience. You should check it out. It's one of the tallest buildings in the world, and it's shaped like a bunny rabbit, and it's very scary. I did not like that. I was also on a date when I was doing that. We were on a little tour. So here's a little red flag. We were on a little tour, and the lady at the end of the tour wanted to take a picture of us. And she told my boyfriend at the time in Korean, oh, you should kiss her for the picture. And he refused. And then I asked him, why didn't you want to kiss me? And then he said, because then they'll think we're a couple. And I'm like, we are a couple. What do you mean, dude? What the fuck? What is your problem? Why are we on this date? Why did I fly 7,000 miles to come hang out with you in Korea if we're not a fucking couple? What the fuck? Based boyfriend? No, not based at all. That was very gay of him. That was literally quite gay. You have a woman with you and you refuse to kiss her? That's gay. Without Tinder, how else would I see all the potential matches I'll never get? Delete Tinder. Those aren't matches. Those are monsters. Those are goblins. Don't date those people. They're not looking for dates anyway. They're looking for validation. Kisses are for the homies. Is a GF not a homie? Do GFs not count as homies? Sorry, going to Korea is only first base. I don't kiss girls until we've at least been to Saudi Arabia together. South Korea is no, that's too much. It's too much for me. Biggest red flag. Talking about music that I hate, like a lot of music. Do you mean like you're very critical about music? I wouldn't say that's a red flag. It's like, just you're passionate about it maybe. So you have a lot of strong opinions, and that can attract people that are also really into music. Personal hell. Cool creature designs and a vast variety of landscapes. Why is this a personal hell? This doesn't sound like a hell to me. Is that Xerath? Is that Xerath from League of Legos? Because it looks like Xerath from League of Legos. Dating experience, yes. What do you think your ex would warn me about? Oh boy. Alright, it's Spanish time. Que soy malo, manejando, I'm doing this because it will piss off my dad who speaks Spanish. Situaciones que me generan mucho estrés. Soy malo expresándome cuando estoy enojado. Why? Que duermo mucho. I don't know what that means. But okay, I don't know why you chose to make that one in Spanish. I'm reading ahead, it's not good. This is a very red flaggy profile, I'd say. This is like our first very extremely red flag profile, at least compared to the rest of them. I like this dinosaur picture though, it's pretty sweet. Bitches love dinosaurs if they're autistic. Hot take, I was in bed with this girl after licking, and I tell her in the ear, there is another place I could stick my tongue, and she replies, yeah, like where? And I ended up putting my tongue in her nose and sucking up her snot. What? What? What is happening? What the fuck is happening right now? Wild card freebie to overshare. I can play in bloody field without problem. I don't know what this means. What is a bloody... What? What do you mean? What? What? I think my profile is a 6 out of 10. This man has had the most confidence out of most of the people we've rated so far, and his is like the biggest red flag. This is a sick drawing though. Dating question. What do I do in the first date to know if there is interest, and how do I express it? I ended up having 4 dates with a girl. I invited 2, and the other 2, I ended up doing nothing, but we talked and walked a lot. It depends. If you're like, if you've gone out on 4 dates, that's like a lot. Usually if people aren't interested, they won't go on a second date with you. I guess you're wondering about, like, sex? Well, the sex is at the woman's discretion, my boy, so, don't force her into anything. If you really like this girl, you won't hound her for the pussy. You will be a gentleman, and you will wait for the pussy to happen. You will not force the pussy. Men who do that are red flags. So, you just gotta be patient with it. If she's going on multiple dates with you, that's a good sign. She's not tired of your shit yet. She probably likes you. But
First base, trip to Korea. Second base, snot sucking. Third base, kiss for a picture.
Do you guys remember that trend, like, I think it was 12 years ago in Japan, where people would be, like, licking each other's eyeballs, and that was, like, a way to show affection for some reason. Somebody decided that was a cool and nifty idea to do. Oh, thank you for the sub! Who subbed? Let me see. Let me see. Thank you for the gifted sub, Mr. Safi Does Art. Thank you. Pussy is to be persuaded, not forced. Noted. Keep going further. I wouldn't even say persuaded. It's more like selling yourself, like the animal you are, displaying, peacocking, and, let her decide on the pussy. It's just more like advertising yourself. Persuasion implies that you're, like, pressuring her a little bit into doing the sex. Don't do that. Be a gentleman and just wait for it to happen naturally. Maybe lean in for a kiss or 2, especially if you're on the 4th date. I think kissing by the 4th date is cool. That should be fine. Overall, as far as a rating, this is more of like a 4 out of 10. You got a lot of red flags in here. Got a little bit of scaries, a little bit of spooky, scary skeletons in this profile. Maybe don't do so many alcohol. That's not good. And maybe don't suck snot out of a woman's nose. That's not ideal. I like men, same. Don't force sex, but also don't be me and have a girl sleep over naked 4 days in a row and shower with me daily, and me not making any moves. But to be honest, she had trauma, so I didn't want to push it at all. That's fair. That's fair. But like, I feel if she's got her tits out, then it's fine. That's her telling you. That's the green light. If her tits are out and she decided to have her tits out, and just like go for it. You can even ask for consent. Like, excuse me, milady, perchance might I cup a titty and perhaps doodle a nipple, if it would so please the court? Maybe give her one of those, and then just for the added benefit and security, if she's like a sexual assault victim. Oh, who subbed? How dare you? How dare you? Oh, thank you, Safi again. Legit random and unrelated question for like art reasons. What is your hairstyle called? Because I've always liked that anime long bunny ear and cropped short combo, and it's not an angled bob cut. Oh, I don't know, but I did film a tutorial on it earlier today. And I'll be posting it later. Not that that's really relevant to your question, but I guess if I had to call this something, I would call it anime fuck ass hair, or perhaps the Naruto's dead dad cut, something like that. I like when it's all anti-gravity and shit. I think that's really cool as a early 2000s weeaboo. You look like that girl from Ghost in the Shell. I haven't seen that anime. I've tried several times to watch Ghost in the Shell, and it's too serious for me, I guess. My first anime convention. We could call that poorly teased anime convention wig. That's what we'll call it. The main woman. What's her fucking face? Scarlett Johansson from the movie. The very Japanese Scarlett Johansson from the Ghost in the Shell movie from like 10 years ago. That one. Side character and Hunter cut. I'll have you know this is definitely a main character hairstyle, okay? This is definitely something that the animators spend time working on in their sweatshop studio for $7 an hour. Okay, this is a main character haircut, okay? Alright? Alright, next one. I'm gonna drink some of my white girl fuel. It's probably not an idea. It's probably just making my anxiety worse. 11.5. Why is there an 11.5? Logan 22. From Kansas. Special interest or talents. I can beat through the fire and the flames on expert guitar hero. That's pretty cool. It's pretty good. This is at least a kill main character haircut. Yeah, I agree, okay? If you disagree with me, you're wrong. Your opinion is bad. People talk to strangers and ask them out are red flags. I would agree with you. I don't like when people are very upfront and I don't know them. I will, even if they're like attractive, I will say no to that. If somebody just like accosts me in the supermarket and asks for my number, I will get scared. Go to Riz method. Give a little bit of aggro with a heavy dose of banter. Comedy is the way for sure. You know, as long as it's not negging, as long as you're like not trying to reduce a woman down to an inch, hoping that you'll make her insecure or something, like those red pill dating coaches will tell you to do, don't do that. But banter is fine. Don't be sarcastic. You know what I hate on dating apps? When people say, sarcasm is my second language.
That's really
Don't!
bad advice. A woman having her tits out is no indicator she wants you. It's very common that women get naked in my bed. It just means she's comfortable around you, and it's your cue to go sleep on the couch and give her space.
It's how a woman asserts dominance and takes your fucking bed and makes you sleep on the couch in your own fucking house. You got me. You found my little ruse that I was trying to pull. Let's see. He looks like a Logan. He does in fact look like a Logan. This is a very Logan face. I dated a Logan and I hated that guy. That guy sucked. That guy was mean. That guy had a girlfriend that he didn't tell me about when we were dating. So that was a fun time. That was an experience. Date location, coffee shops or a place for lunch, and then walk around a mall or some other loitering. Movie dates suck for getting to know someone. Yeah, I'd say they do, unless you're going to see something that is egregiously long and boring. Some examples of this are Beau is Afraid, and I Saw the TV Globe. Basically, any A24 film, any A24 film is a good way to get really bored in the theater that nobody else is in, and perhaps start making out with that person. That's happened to me a couple times. It's always been an A24 film that I see that ends up where we both get really irritated and bored with the movie, and then we start making out. So, it kind of depends. You could also make fun of the movie. That's a fun way to break the ice, kind of. Main perks, easy to please, I love with all my heart and more. Passion is my driving force in life, not an overbearing way either. That's a good one. Meekers, are you still up to making the indie game development? So, yes, but the problem with that is, right now, my full-time job is being a nurse for my mom, who is a little sick. And by a little sick, I mean a lot of sick. But I don't like putting that out in the universe, so I'm going to say that she's a little sick. But I can't really do much in terms of work, because I kind of have to be on call. I can't leave my house for more than an hour. I will not hide my big-ass forehead. I will keep it out pronounced. No, I won't, because I use my bangs to cover it, because that looks better. But yeah, my mom requires my full attention for the moment. But hopefully that'll change soon when we see an oncologist next week, hopefully. But for now, we're gonna have to put a pin in that one. But yeah, I would like eventually to do indie game stuff. Just a little busy. Just a little busy right now. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I just go to work, go home, sleep, go to work, go home, sleep, and pray that eventually a girl will tell me she wants to go out because Tinder ain't working. As a man, I'm assuming you're a man. You're gonna be the one that puts on the big boy pants, and you gotta start being the one that approaches the whammons. Women don't approach dudes. Women do not approach dudes, because, that's not how the biology works. Women are the sexual selectors, and as a man, your job is to beat up other men in front of her, and then give her the smolder, and that's how you get a woman's attention. You gotta be the one to start talking with her. So my suggestion, again, I said this multiple times last stream, just learn how to make friends with women. Women know other women, and women can introduce you to a large variety of women, and then you can just, like, bypass the whole dating apps thing. Or you can go to, like, art shows where there's always art hoes. Biggest red flag. I don't have a job. Just gradually, the job market doesn't look great for physics majors. I'm generally content in life, so I don't strive for more. I tap quite a bit about pretty much anything. I guess you mean it in Gap. So I don't think job prospects are supposed to be good for physics majors. I think, isn't that like a meme major? Like, you have to be smart to do it, but there's no actual job prospects to it unless you want to, like, make fucking weapons and shit for the military, which you probably don't want to do. You probably have, like, some moral qualms with that. But I guess it's not too much of a red flag these days, because, like, one thing that used to be a red flag is, like, when you date somebody that lives with their parents. That's not really a red flag anymore, because everybody lives with their fucking parents. I don't know. I basically don't know anybody that lives alone. Everybody has roommates. Everybody either has roommates or lives with their parents. So maybe, in a failing job market, not having a job isn't necessarily a red flag. I guess it kind of depends on the person who, is attached to that. Because I have dated men without jobs, and they're not looking for jobs. They have no intention on ever getting a job, and they enjoy leeching off their parents. So, as long as you're an ambitious person and you would get a job if you could, I think that's fine. Personal hell. Being surrounded by a bunch of vapid people with no personality. Interesting, weird, boring, pick me. So that's what every day in California is like. The dating market is pretty ass here. I've had a couple women approach me, but it's like 90% of the time not like that, and that will get often frustrated if you are not being proactive and trying to date. If that's how you're coming across. I got a few lucky times because I was just a cool friend until some liked me and just told me because I was like not looking for a relationship at the time. Yeah, sometimes you just got to be the cool friend. Again, I'll say this once and I'll say it again. The friend zone is not a bad place to be. The friend zone is where you want to be with somebody as you get to know them. Kind of just like raw dogging a date right off the bat with somebody is just, it's like really no better than a dating app experience. You're just putting the cart before the horse. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Before I make a mistake.
You've already made a mistake.
Down, need help.
Do not,
to
bro, do not pay for Tinder. Do not. That does not, it doesn't increase your match rate. They're just here to siphon money off of you so you can buy like Tinder Premium Super Double Plus Awesome, because Tinder Premium doesn't fucking work. It doesn't help your case. Every time I'm on Tinder and like I'm scrolling, and then it'll do that thing where your phone vibrates and it says, "Hey, this person is a Tinder Plus member." I'll point at him and laugh. I'm like, haha, what a loser. What a desperate idiot loser to be paying for fucking Tinder. Don't fucking pay for Tinder, man. It's not worth it. It's not gonna help you. It's just a fucking, it's a Ponzi scheme. Don't fucking do that. Just delete Tinder off your phone, actually. Yeah, paying for Tinder is not going to help you at all. If anything, it's to your detriment, because it makes people assume that you're like really desperate and that you can just like throw money at your problems. Don't do that. I'm lucky to not be in the dating zone. It's so interesting to hear about. Yeah, it's fucking awful. It's the worst place. It's the worst zone you could be in, because dating apps have corrupted everybody. Social media has ruined everything for everyone. Yeah, it's fucking bad. Best you could do is maybe, I don't know, join an Amish community maybe, where people do things the way that they used to do things, the normal way, maybe some arranged marriages or something. But the way it is right now, sucks
girl
butt.
I haven't talked to in 15 years messaged me saying she wants to meet up in a cafe with an opportunity to detox my life. Guys, I think she wants me.
I can just picture her showing up with one of those big ass smoothie power containers. I think she's a catch. She's a keeper. If she's gonna be helping you get some nice detox powders into your body that you can also sell to other people. Hi Dante1230. Social media really has ruined it for everyone. Social media is why it's impossible to meet new people. Well, it's impossible to meet new people on social media. You gotta go outside. Gotta go outside and gotta go to art shows to meet art hoes. That's what you gotta do. How am I supposed to meet anybody with dating apps? You gotta go outside. Art shows with art hoes. That's what you gotta do. Okay? Remember that. Say it 5 times fast. Art shows with art hoes. I lost the Instagram chat again. Oopsie. There it is. Now it's here. Because sometimes my dad shows up in the Instagram chat. But father, I don't want art hoes. You will take your art hoes and you will like them. Okay? Because sometimes art hoes bring their non-art hoe friends to the art show. And sometimes that art hoe friend might be a goth baddie. You never know unless you try. Okay? You gotta go to places where women are. And women like art. You can't meet people anywhere either. Yes, you can. You just have to try. You have to go to things that girls like. Okay? We have an absolute madman in the server. His name is Kresno. He gets all sorts of bitches because all he does is he lurks in art shows. This man is getting a date every fucking week. Okay? This man has no problem getting women because he knows where women hang out. And this man has no dating apps on his phone. This man's an absolute Chad. Apps are stupid. Go out in real life to things where women do things. Go join a fucking book club. Bitches love reading. Haven't you heard of like the whole fucking book talk shit? Bitches love gooning to books. So if you go discuss a gooning book with a woman in a book club, you're shoo-in. Happy America, Mika. I'm waiting for hot dog. Nice. I too am waiting for hot dog. I've been waiting for hot dog for quite some time, but unfortunately I'm single, so I won't be getting hot dog anytime soon. Kresno is hot as hell. In fact, true. I thought bitches love cannons. Some do. You can get like a conservative pick-me girl that likes guns. There's a lot of those. You could probably find one of those today on America's birthday if you go to like somebody's cookout. Just show up and pretend like that you're somebody else's +1 if you see like a bunch of people at the park. And then you could be in the cookout. You don't have to like, they don't ask for an ID or an invite. You can just show up. Okay? Cool tips. Follow me for more cool tips. The only reason I use social media apps is for advertising my own fucking work. Yeah, there's no point outside of that. Social media is dead. Most of social media is full of bots. Most of Tinder is full of bots and like prostitutes and like people promoting their OnlyFans. So, probably 1 in 10 women on Tinder are real. So, you know, the odds are in your favor more so outside. Let's see. Dating experience. I dated a girl for about 9 months, freshman year of college. We were just very different people, and the only overlap was passion. The summer before my junior year, I dated a girl for a couple months, and we broke up because she wanted to focus on her studies. Haven't had a relationship in almost 2 years. How old are you again? 22. That's not bad. What do you think your ex would warn me about? My ex told me that I would be a great father and physicist when she left me. I honestly can't think of any real red flags. I think A-limos are pretty cool. That's probably it. I can elaborate necessary. So this is the plot of Dan to Dan. And so the main character of Dan to Dan, Okarun, he gets mad bitches because he likes aliens. So that's not a red flag at all. You should tell more women that you like A-limos. Favorite place to rot on the internet, playing Minecraft while listening to long-form content on YouTube, 1 to 3 hours. I think women like Minecraft. I'm pretty sure that's like a woman thing to like. These are all solid. I just realized this is this is a Breaking Bad reference. It's a great picture. You got the face and everything. Very good. Good stuff. Hot take, I have a lot of love for people and I truly want to be the best for them, but the best often sounds harsh when trying to not to enable them. Think of it like a parent trying to keep the child from doing something really stupid. I also think that speech is very adaptable and we give too much power to slurs when they shouldn't mean that much. You have the power over your emotions and can be a better person. A slur tossed in the air as a joke is very different from a slur hurled at somebody maliciously. I agree. As a millennial that grew up in 2008 where we read Tom Sawyer as a class for AP English, and we were doing popcorn reading, and every time somebody it was their turn to read, when they got to the N-word, they would skip it and they would popcorn to the next person, so the other person had to say the N-word instead of them, and instead of saying it, that person would just like not read it, and that was what we were doing on repeat for about 30 minutes until our teacher got fucking angry. And then she decided to popcorn herself in, and then she rapid fired like a rapid fire machine gun of like 15 Edwards in a row. And then she scolded us for not reading the book properly. And then we went out to lunch, and then we all said the N-word every day. From then on, it was beautiful. Chinese kids were calling white people the N-word. Black kids were calling Mexican kids the N-word. It was a good time. It was before the internet would crucify you for doing that. It was back when times were good. It's just a fucking word, dude. Who cares? Who gives a shit? The only reason it has power is because people assign power to it. But yeah, I agree. It's context, yeah, but I wouldn't throw them around constantly. But I had similar experience reading Native Son in high school. Damn, teacher, I didn't know you would chill like that. She was actually a bitch. Her name was Miss Hunt, and we all called her Miss Cunt. And she was very, like, high-strung and anorexic, and she would come to school with, like, a bad spray tan and a calorie counter strapped onto her arm. She was a very mean lady, and she would be, like, grading our papers with, like, a smile on her face, and then we'd get our papers back, and everybody failed. She was a very weird woman. What inspired the name of your YouTube channel? I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was a funny thing to combine. Like being suicidal and retarded at the same time. Kamikaze short bus, which is, kind of describes me pretty well. Wild card freebie to overshare. I'm just different. That's not good or bad, just a little niche. I like friends in person. I put all my eggs in one basket. And that basket was a bit of an egomaniac, and the college I went to was generally for sports scholarships, so I didn't really fit in, especially since I lived off campus. My situation from the outside seems bad, but I am much better off than I was 3 years ago when I had everything. I was incredibly depressed, but I have since recovered and stopped taking my medication. I haven't had any depressive symptoms in over a year. I say my life sucks, but I'm not depressed, which is important because my life sucking will change probably when I get a job. I like that you turned a job into a slur. That is a slur to me. I don't want a job. I think jobs suck, and people who have jobs are mean to me and can really start my life. I really want to start a family with somebody. My neighbor has these cute girls that are probably 3 and 5 that play in the yard, and it's just something I want so bad. I only see them in passing and don't look for very long enough to seem like a creep. But they're just so happy. Anyone saying that this is pedo shit is a chronic gooner, and that's just nasty. I know I'll likely be 30 before I have children, but I want to be a father, and I want to be a good one. I think my profile is an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'd agree. This is a good 8 out of 10 profile. If I were to assume something about you, you do seem a little bit underconfident. You just need to put yourself out there more, and you know, have a more, I don't want to say masculine energy because it's not like you're feminine or anything. You just need more confidence, I think, and then you should be getting bitches. Oh boy, 3 to 5, nice and legal. That is such like a chronically online take though. Like when people say that you can't interact with children in any capacity. Like, what are you thinking about kids to where it's like such a taboo to interact with a fucking child? I'll never understand that because I used to work in a preschool and I have a cousin who's like 12 years old and he's the funniest person I fucking know. And like the other
Making connections IRL these days feels impossible. Everyone is working too much plus always on their phone. Also, the local artists are just kinda bizarre. I don't really like trying to interact with many of them. I actually did almost rizz up an art girl once in 2024, but she moved away.
Bitch, that was a year ago. You gotta keep trying. You gotta not beat yourself up. You gotta not, like, blame greater society, or else, you know, you're always gonna be stuck in this hole with, like, a defeatist attitude because women aren't falling into your lap. As a man, you have to be the pursuer. That's just how it is. I don't make the rules. Sorry. You just gotta try a little bit harder. Hi, chat. Hi, Sophia Goon Gang. I just watched your video about following your dreams in art. I liked it, and now I'm subscribed. Also, I've been drawing in MS Paint. It's really lit. MS Paint drawings are fucking cool. I love a good MS Paint drawing. Good for you. MS Paint is fucking sick as hell. I'm glad you liked the video, too. I wasn't expecting, my other video to start getting traction. That's like, it was a weird thing to wake up to. I wasn't expecting that. Now I have like a bunch of emails from people who are either saying that they relate to it or that they want to offer me jobs, which I can't take because of the mom situation, but I do appreciate that. I refuse to pursue, then you are going to be alone. It's not like the fucking SpongeBob episode with the magic conch where if you sit there and do nothing, a hot bitch will fall in your lap. It's not gonna happen like that. Just letting you know that the odds of that being a statistical likelihood are extremely, extremely non-existent. Not gonna happen. Approaching women at any time, anywhere, in any situation. I mean, if you don't approach women with, like, this aggressive energy where you feel like, oh, I need to date this girl, just learn how to be friends with girls, and those girls will set you up with girls that they know. Just learn how to be friends with women. That's the first step. Just be friends. I had people straight up harass me in multiple servers because I said not every adult who befriends a teenager is a creep. I've had friends in my 20s since I was 15, no weirdness. Dude, when I was a kid on Gaia Online, I had like a bunch of fucking friends when I was like 12, and they were all like in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. It was lit, and none of them were creepy. They were just normal. And then the other day, I was like aura farming in a Jamba Juice because my blood sugar was really low and I had a very mean look on my face, and these two non-binary teenagers approached me, and they're like, dude, I like your vibe, you're really cool, can we get your Instagram? And I'm like, hell yeah. And then it wasn't a creepy interaction at all, and then I found out...
If you don't try, you will never know. In the case you do, at least you know you tried and the uncertainty won't eat you away.
Correct. Then I talked to them on Instagram, and I found out they go to the high school that I went to, and I asked them if like any of my teachers from 15 years ago still taught there or died. And that was it. That was the whole interaction, and it wasn't fucking weird. All you have to do to interact with a kid and not be creepy is to literally not be a pedophile. It's fine if you're not a fucking creepy pedophile, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Just go up to a girl and scream, "I have a bomb," and run away. That will get them so turned on. You know, it's like Seth's fart commander story. It's the same thing.
That girl is so pretty. I think I'm going to ask her out on a date. Hey, did you want to maybe grab a bite?
Fuck you.
Said the fuck you girl, stealing my balls and straight up throwing them like a quarterback.
So I guess that's like a nightmare scenario that men have, right? Again, the remedy to that is just to learn to talk to women without asking for their number. Just be like say you see a nice bitch with an anime t-shirt, you can be like, "Yo, is that Killua from Hunter x Hunter? That's a cool motherfucker. I like that anime." And that's all you have to do to talk to a woman without like trying to get in her pants. And that's a +1 to your talking to women meter, and then you gradually build that up until you're friends with lots of girls. I went to get a haircut recently, talked to a receptionist because her laptop had some sort of anime video game thing on that shit, and then I found out she does voice acting on the side. Talked to her about D&D and video games for like 20 minutes until someone else had to get checked in. And I gave her my info. It didn't go anywhere in the end, but it's like, whatever, you just shrug and move on, and you had a nice interaction. Exactly! Okay? Sometimes you need to get rejected just to not be fucking afraid of it. Sometimes it goes places and sometimes it doesn't. It's fine. It's not that scary. You just need to fucking try. I should host a stream where I just let you guys call in and practice talking to me. Like a fake dating stream.
With an anime girl t-shirt, you ask what rhythm games they're autistic about and you're in.
Exactly. I'll like you guys have to get a shock collar, and if you say something weird on our fake date, I get to press the button, and that's how you'll learn how to talk to women. I think it's a great idea for a stream. But yeah, you're pretty solid. Just a little bit. Need more confidence, and you just need to not worry so much about not having been in a relationship for almost 2 years. You're 22. If you were in your late 30s, I might worry. I'm a little worried. It's been almost a year since I was in a relationship. Getting a little scared. But I try not to think about it too much, because, you know, I'm not in a situation where I reasonably could date at the moment anyway, and I'm a little bit exhausted from my last couple of relationships, so it's not a big fucking deal to me. Oh, yes. Oh! Thank you for the sub! Wow! This will really backfire as I try to get you to shock me more. New type of kink
Imagine
stream
your
just
parents
dropped.
Walk in on you practicing talking to Mika with a shock collar on. They don't speak English.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun. If you can't afford a shock collar, you can employ your parents to hit you when I instruct them to do so. Shock collars are pretty expensive. They're like $200, I think. So you could always just get somebody to smack you in the face. I don't know why everybody seeks sex in early relationships or fantasizing about it. My dude, you are a real relationship, not a walking pillow. People are seeking sex early because they're not trying to be in a relationship. They're trying to fuck. If somebody tries to fuck you on the first 1 to 5 dates, they don't want anything serious. Okay? If you're dating somebody with intention, they should be afraid of pissing you off by asking for sex. That person's a red flag. If they're not scared, then they don't value you as a person. They're just like seeing how quickly they can get their rocks off. Alright, yourmomisthebomb.com. Yourmomisthebomb.com. 83 years old. I was not expecting a woman. My 100% real and not fake government name. From in a box under a bridge. Special interests or talents. Walks in the parks are cool. Go-to Riz method. Stand there and say hi awkwardly. This is wife material. Date location, cafes. Main perks, extremely needy and affectionate or something. Biggest red flag. My biggest, I can be an ass and narcissistic. My biggest others, lying. Personal hell, living. This girl is not pulling any fucking punches. Dating experience, gulp, none of them should have happened. What do you think your ex would warn me about? Probably call me an ass and a liar. I've been told I'm unlovable and a terrible kisser. This is my favorite profile so far. Favorite places to rot on the internet. Unsure if listening to music and staring at walls counts, then that's my favorite. Hot take. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. Alfredo sauce, it shouldn't exist. So this is your one red flag. Pineapple. If you talk on a dating app about pineapple on pizza, it makes me want to strangle you. It makes me want to kill you with my bare hands. I hate when people do that. It's like such an overdone conversational prompt. I don't know why so many people think this is like the funniest fucking thing in the world. I don't understand the pineapple on pizza obsession. I'm getting like angry just thinking about it. I'm like getting all elaborate with my hands because I'm thinking about the sheer volume of fucking profiles I've seen with this information on it, and I don't understand why people do this. Take that off your fucking dating profile if you have it. Other than that, this profile's a 10 out of fucking 10. Nice snake bites. You look sick as hell. Wife. I'm a Slytherin, but a Hufflepuff. Oh, that shirt too. That shit too. Fuck that. Quoting The Office, talking about Harry Potter in any capacity, talking about pineapples on pizza. I want to kill you. I want to hurt you real fucking bad. I'll probably get banned on Twitch for saying that. I want to hit you with hammers. I want to gently hit you with hammers in a non-lethal way, but enough to hurt. Please keep it on actually a neurotypical signifier most of the time. What? Huh? Mika wife approve? Yeah, this gets the wife of approval stamp. I've never seen someone go from wife to not wife. No, she's not going from not wife. She just needs to remove this horrible little bit of information, this little booger of a imperfection from her profile. Other than that, it's solid. 10 out of 10. I kind of just don't give a fuck. I genuinely just think I'm too content to actually try for a relationship, and I'm just being honest. The more I think about it, so much of me trying to force myself to put myself out there is just me forcing myself when I genuinely don't want to be out there more alone. Well, I mean, if you don't want a relationship, that's fine. Just like, I don't know. You say it in a way that makes me think that you care a lot about it. Like, for me, I don't want a relationship because I'm too busy for that shit. I don't want to put myself out there because even if I wanted to, I can't, because I can't leave my house for more than a few hours. But, you know, it's not really upsetting to me. It's not something I think about all the time. You're saying it in a way where it's like a sour grapes situation, and I feel like deep down you do want companionship, and there's nothing wrong with that. People want that because it's natural to want, because we're social animals and our whole existence is predicated on reproducing. So, I mean, if you're in a state of your life where you would rather focus on yourself, that's totally fine, and you have my full support. But it's also not bad to have these feelings where you do want companionship. And I think mainly I'd say just be a little less scared and don't worry about the rejection so much, because eventually things will work out for you. Okay? You've got the Rousey voice that bitches love. I'm assuming you have long hair. Bitches love long hair, because all of the drawings of yourself include you with long hair. You're gonna find somebody eventually. So I don't know. Just don't worry about it too much. It's not the end of the world. You're not doomed. It'll happen eventually. But maybe just focus on yourself for a little bit. I'm about to come. Thoughts on Gengar keeps licking anything? What? Companionship would be nice, but it's simply not possible. No, that's not true. You have dating app brain. Delete the dating apps from your phone and realize that people in real life are not bots that are trying to sell you an OnlyFans. Okay? What happened? Huh? What's happening in the chat? I don't know that's it. I wanted a peaceful resolution. Take this, my love and anger and all of my backshots. What the fuck is happening? Kerr Purple, what's up, dude? Hello? Have we gotten to M yet? I don't think so. Where is M on the list? I do not see an M. Or unless you mean me. I don't know which one you are. I don't know what your actual name is, but I don't know. Guys, what is this country and why are the cute girls from here, from there? What? I can't see. I just see a white flag. Mika, how can you stream at the same time as Hassan? I can't pick. Ah, jeez. I understand the tension there. I would, but at the end of the day, you get banned immediately for trolling in a Hassan stream, so it's not even fun. It's like trying to shitpost on Reddit. You get banned within, 30 seconds. Because, you have terminally online Redditor mods that will find your post. I'm already banned on Hassan. Make a new account and get banned a second time. Oh, have you done McLovin yet? Oh, I think I might have. I think I did that one last stream. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. I'm gonna go pee though. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go take a little pee pee. Take a little pee pee. Take a little pee pee out of my girl wiener that I definitely have. 1 second, don't go anywhere. I'm back. I'm back. Make sure my weeaboo fuck ass hair is normal. Let me just fix that real quick. Yeah, it looks fine. Now I fucked it up. Now my bangs look weird. Oh well. No, now I want to fix it. There. It's fine. Good enough. Good enough. I found my health potion, by the way. It was in the bathroom. I'm still gonna eat it, even though it was in the bathroom. I don't care. You can't tell me not to. In 1 year, when Father becomes famous, we will all be mods and legends and shit. When did we get a Falcon Punch anime? When did we get a Captain Falcon anime? When the fuck did that happen? Also, why are my channel points on here twice? What is happening? Oh, that's why. Tied one of them.
These things strike fear into a nigga's heart. A job application.
Real. Also, Mika, I don't got long hair. The one person I get compared to constantly is Ned Flanders. I hate that it really is the most accurate comparison for how I look. Alright, hear me out. You know who else looks like Ned Flanders? What's his fucking name? I'll show you. I'll show you who gets mad bitches and also looks like Ned Flanders. What's his fucking name? Hear me out, okay? This guy from Stardew Valley, okay? This guy gets mad fucking bitches, okay? He's the underdog of the relationships in this game. Everybody always goes for the emo twink, but this guy is the close second, okay? If you look like this, you're shooing, okay? And don't look bad. It's just I would appreciate people stop calling me Twink Netflix. Twink Ned Flanders goes pretty hard, though, I'm not gonna lie. Being called Twink Ned Flanders is probably a compliment. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, dude, that's a sick thing to be called. Barbershop Quartet Twink. Yeah, dude, the fuck is wrong with this? This is sexy as hell. This is the look that's in right now, man. You're probably getting called that, like, as a pejorative by men that are jealous of you. Women love a good twink. Especially one that wears glasses and has the safe, sleazy mustache. Women love that shit.
Blood is red. My kidneys are failing. Twerking it off in an ally for healthcare has become reality.
Is that because of the bill that just got passed? Did your medical get taken away? I ate a chili dog and my ex-roommate's BF made, and now my tummy hurts. I also chugged it with a warhead-flavored ghost. Jesus fucking Christ. You are going to give yourself AIDS. Holy shit. I'd be shitting for days if I ate like that. When I had longer hair, I actually looked like that. I just don't know what the fuck to do with my hair. So I keep it really low. Post about in the fashion channel. There's lots of men that will tell you what to do with their hair. I guess men don't really know what to do with their hair. Maybe that's part of your problem. Well, I'm a woman. Maybe I can give you some pointers if you're feeling bold enough to post a picture of yourself in there. I don't think I ever had a chili dog that didn't give me a violent shit. I don't think I've ever had a chili dog, period. I don't think I've ever actually done that. It's a very intimidating food to me. There's a lot of things going on, like texture-wise, that upset me. Like, it's wet, and it's like chewy meat, and then it's bread, and I don't think I would enjoy that experience. And it's also really messy. I don't think I would like that. Alright, wet. World's evilest twig. Here we fucking go. It's our beautiful mod Milko, the best, world's evilest twink, world's most beautiful Discord mod. Finally, yeah, dude, I didn't think Milko would be in here. Fuck yeah, let's go. From Poland, special interests or talents, loitering and prowling, hyperfixate on obscure media and music. I like tech and meta-analyzing life. I do lab rat shit and inventions and participate in activities that might get me hurt. Hell yeah, dude. Go to Riz Method. I comment on makeup and clothes, and I talk as if I was struggling to hold back my excitement. Make clever observations and obscure references. Avoid commonly used sentences. Trying to give everyone a moment to feel good about themselves in a way they know that I did that on purpose, but like seamlessly, leaving a lot of open gates for people to add to the conversation. This guy's a fucking mastermind. Date, location, trespassing somewhere or near the body of water. So that can be a little scary for women because it makes them think that you're taking them to get murdered. So maybe I wouldn't recommend that unless it's like a very alt girl who is smoking a lot of cigarettes and gives off this vibe that she doesn't care if she dies. So if that's your type, then go for that. Main perks, orgasms. Drugs, alcohol, nudity, funny moments, epic shit, snowboarding, coaching, criminal charges, good at thinking. Holy shit, Milko. Biggest red flag. Insane person, homicidal thoughts, won't listen to streamers' advice, gushing gushing over mugshots, can't bottom, mouth bleeding turns me on. Why is not being able to bottom a red flag? Have you tried? Try harder. Open your butt. The right person will open your butt in the correct way. You don't have to give up hope like that. Suggesting it as a body of water seems more dangerous. Yeah, the description is not helping you there. It's just like, oh, I'm taking her to this dumping ground where I've killed other people. The real question is, are you trying to cast a large net or a micro niche on your profile? I don't know, man. I feel like this, you know, it might be trying to cast a niche net, but it's like casting a broad one. I feel like this just has a lot of personality and appeal. Personal hell, hanging out with straight dudes, hanging out with male.png, understandable. Dating experience, dated a lot, started doing CNC at 16, dabbled in more hardcore shit. I don't know what CNC is. Is that like a drug or a sex position? Not a single relationship stopped me from being deeply disturbed, so I dropped commitment for years. Now, until someone proves me wrong, I have enjoyed hookups, casual meetings, and fake performative dates since. What do you think your ex would warn me about? The big ones hurt. We're not holding back, are we, Milko? We're just going straight for the throat in all of these. Favorite places to rot on the internet, abandoned websites and forums from the early 2000s. Based! Hot take. Almost everything we believe in about dating, relationships, and families is unfit for the current world climate and life peace, and we should focus on deprogramming our brains from operating on the same ass nuclear family models in the current era. Wild card freebie to overshare. Just some of the shit here is just for content. I think my profile is a 9 out of 11. Beautiful. And I agree with the fucking nuclear family thing. I think it's like, I think it depends a lot on the country that you live in. Like, it's definitely not something I would say is attainable a lot of the time. It's kind of blown out proportion for, like, it being a goal. And I think people set themselves up for failure when they don't reach that, like, perfect ideal. Because, you know, families and relationships, they can come all sorts of sizes and shapes. And I don't mean polyamory. Don't do that. Don't cuck yourself. I'm just saying, you know, it's just not going to be all ideals all the fucking time in relationships. You know, they take work. Okay, they're not easy. Companionship with another person that you can't read the thoughts of is difficult. But you know, it's also not bad to, like, shoot for a nuclear family. Just maybe don't hyperfixate on it, perhaps, because that can get you very disappointed. Is a nuclear family just a family that blows up or something? It is in Japan, probably. No, it's easy. If it's not easy, something is wrong. No, I don't know, man. I don't think relationships are always just cakes and rainbows all the fucking time. You know, sometimes you have to have tough conversations with people. Sometimes you're afraid to be yourself, but it takes work to attain a sense of being comfortable with your partner. It's not something that just falls into your lap. Because, you know, I've had people that abandoned me in relationships because I wasn't, like, this idealized, perfect version of me that was their headcanon. I think a lot of people tend to be selfish, maybe, in relationships, where they think, I need to be exactly what you want me to be in your head. So I guess in that sense, yeah, maybe it is about something going wrong, but I think also in good relationships, you still have to work to maintain things properly. They need work and hard convos and all that stuff, true, but if your well-being is compromised even for a second, it's a waste of time. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that for sure. I've had to learn that one the fucking hard way. I just ghost people now if I feel like there's something wrong. I don't even, like, pursue a date. I just, like, your vibes are off. I can tell from the spidey senses I've developed over lots of bad relationships. But yeah, you know, still take a little bit of effort on everyone's behalf. Sometimes you'll be the Uncle Joey, single and living in a house with 9 other people. Yeah, true. Based Full House enjoyer. I don't know how my mom had my older brother at 19. Seems young to have a bab. I think, like, back then, like, over 20 to 30 years ago, it wasn't that young. That's just how things used to be. Now it's complicated because everybody's poor. Now people are waiting till their late 30s and 40s to have kids because nobody can fucking afford them. But back then it was easier because you could afford children by working at a factory, putting, like, milk caps together or some shit. Not anymore, though. But yeah, 10 out of 10. 10 out of fucking 10 profile. World's most beautiful twink, everybody. World's most evilest twink, should I say. Alright, Seb. Seb from Texas, Irving, Texas. Special interest or talents. I love all sorts of games, video or physical. I could call myself an artist, but it's been a while since I've created a piece or two. Go-to Riz method. I like to ask questions and flirt a bit, but I rarely get to go to the flirting. Date location, arcades, a walk on a trail, or a theater. Don't take a woman on a trail walk the first date. She will think that you're going to kill her. Main perks. I'm a good listener and pretty direct when I'm comfortable, and I can riff at a moment's notice. Biggest red flag, I ghost, isolate myself quite a bit, think too much on what others think of me, so I do hesitate a lot. Working on that. Well, it's good that you're working on it, because yeah, that's quite a red flag. And people who ghost are very mean, and it makes you question your validity as a human being that somebody would just, like, willingly leave. That always kind of sucks when that happens. Bro, flexing $85 is crazy. Hey, he can buy, like, a slice of pizza with that. That's one whole pizza with that. That's an entire fucking slice of pizza.
Meeting with new people on the street. I, 34M, have met one of my friends, 17F, when I noticed a sad girl sitting near subway station and decided to gift her a 4-leaf clover that I found a few weeks ago. I always try to carry little something to gift people that I find interesting. No romantic relationships because of the age disparity. But now she calls me her personal leprechaun and asks for a fatherly advice here and there.
Hold on. What the fuck?
Of his lifetime! As 3 dead now on LGD, no buyback.
You need to quit Dota if you started playing again. But yeah, 34 and 17 is a little weird. I'm glad you didn't pursue that one. But, good for, you know, meeting people. Good for meeting people. Maybe aim for somebody in their 20s, at least. But yeah, sometimes it's not hard to just talk to people, and it doesn't have to have any intent behind it. You can just, like, practice talking to motherfuckers, and it helps. Why did you send a fucking Dota clip? Why? Ghosting is mean, says Mika. I will ghost people when there is something wrong with them. Well, I do that now, because I've been ghosted a bunch of times. It's like, you know, hurt people. So that now I do that. But it's not like, I won't ghost somebody that I'm actively dating. I'll ghost somebody that I've maybe spoken to on a dating app, and if the vibes are off, I'll stop talking to them. Such is life on dating apps. But if we've been dating for a couple of dates, I won't, like, ghost them. I'll be, like, respectful and tell them, like, hey, no. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I don't see people on dating apps as human most of the time, because I know they're probably either bots or just looking out for pussy, so it's okay. The game changes if I've actually met them in real life. Because they yell Seb? Oh, because of the name of this person. I see. Every day I thank God for not making me a MOBA player. Honestly, same. Honestly, fucking same. I'm glad I quit that shit. I'm glad I stopped playing League of Legends. Jesus Christ. Alright, personal hell. Being surrounded by loud people and becoming drowned out. Fair. Dating experience. Dated 2 people for less than a year each. Casually dated and been single for more than 3 years. What do you think your ex would warn me about? Obsessed and self-conscious. Favorite place to rot on the internet. Freaking awesome subreddits and dating apps. Ew! Reddit! Red flag. Hot take. Everyone should try casual dating and destroy people I don't like also. I wish people were more direct. That's a little mean. I don't think people should do that on purpose. But I guess it's another hurt people thing. Wild car freebie to overshare. Fatherless for 12 years and another 100 years to come. I also own a home with my brother and think I'm financially stable. I'm constantly meeting new people, and despite my preferences to keep to myself. I convince strangers to donate for kids with autism. I suck at it, but we stay strong. Interesting. My profile is a 5 out of 10. No, I wouldn't say that. You definitely exude confidence. I guess up here you said, where'd you say it? On the X area. What would your ex warn you about? Where the fuck was that? Obsessed and self-conscious. You don't exude self-consciousness in your profile, so that's good. Dating question. How would you go past the small talk beginning of creating a relationship? Should I just be direct and ask them out? I don't think I lack direction, but I'm autistic and I lack on awareness. It depends on how many times you've met this person in real life. I will say I think there's benefit to just being friends with somebody first and letting things progress naturally. Me personally, I don't like when people just go to the throat with it and ask me out when I don't have any context for who they are as a person. I will 100% of the time reject somebody that does that, because you're kind of like cornering me a little bit and I get scared. So I would just, get to know somebody. not only just for their benefit, but for yours. They might have like some raging red flags that you don't like that you won't know until you've seen them a couple of different times. So just take it slow. Eventually, the small talk will evolve into big talk when you guys find out things that you have in common. So yeah, just take it easy. Take it easy. Also, cool dog. Taking a picture with an animal is always good for attracting women because then they know that you're not putting cats in freezers. They can reasonably assume that you don't put fucking cats into freezers. Slaps belly and shakes baby around in a clockwise motion. What? I feel like a lot of people don't need their partner to be their friend, as weird as that is to me. I don't know about that. I need my partner to be my friend. I don't want to, like, date a stranger. That's never worked out for me anytime I've tried that. Chili Dog has taken its revenge. BRB. Have a good shit, my dude. Come back and tell us how it smelled. Alright, next. Next. Next one. Sophia Goon Gang Gangalang a Dang. 18. I consider myself to have reached Unk status at 18? No. From plating explosives to the Pentagon, special interests or talents. My talent is that I'm a very resilient and well-behaved punching bag for women over 30 years of age. Alright, so we've got a cougar enjoyer here. Go to Riz method. Date me or I will kill myself. Please, please, please. Haha, JK, but you're Sigma as fuck. Wanna be my, Brazinga? Based. Date location. Anywhere with a decent view and privacy so we can talk without feeling watched. The government is after me for several counts of breaching confidentially and publication of government files. LOL. XD! Main perks. Funny. 9/11 XD will always stand up for you, unlike the Towers XD. I grew up with Sonic games and TV shows. Sonic Underground was goated. I am autistic, probably. If you like Sonic the Hedgehog, you're autistic. They need to get rid of whatever they have for autism tests right now, and you go to a doctor and they ask you if you like Sonic the Hedgehog, and if you say yes, you're autistic. And I killed Francis with a double pump. Killed Pope Francis with a double pump. I don't know what that means. Biggest red flag, probably killing the Pope. Personal hell, repeating a traumatic experience over and over for eternity, or seeing Mika goon without me. I thought we were gang. Dude, gooning without the homies is the worst thing that you can ever experience. I'm sorry I've gooned without you. It won't happen again. Dating experience. My Twitch username is Sophia Goon Gang. You probably know the answers just from that. What do you think your ex would warn me about? If I had an ex, they would probably warn you about November 21st, 2027, Mika. Mika specifically. What is happening? Favorite places to rot on the internet, r/fentanyl based. I also like going there. It's my favorite. It's my favorite subreddit, because the mods take too much time to ban you because they're all on Fent. Hot take: women over 30 are extremely attractive, especially if they are autistic and make silly videos and stream on the internet and look dead inside. And please beat me half to death. # Sigma grindset. Yeah, you might have trouble finding somebody like that. I don't know any women over 30 that stream and are autistic and make videos online. It's kind of rare. Let me know if you find somebody like that, though. That'd be pretty cool. We could hang out. Wild card freebie to overshare. I don't drink, smoke, or do drugs. I just goon gang based. I think my profile is a 10 out of 10. Correct. Dating question. Do I have a chance of dating my friends of 3 years even though I am a complete and utter failure? Don't have any redeeming qualities and I'm unemployed. You say I have a chance. I would like to ask you if you are delusional. Well, if you're not employed at 18, that's normal. I don't think I never... When did I get my first job? I don't think I had my first job until I was, like, 20. And I worked at Dunkin' Donuts, and then I got fired for being too creative with the donuts. But yeah, that's not necessarily a red flag. Dating somebody you've been friends with 3 years, though, you might be a little cooked. I don't know. Might not be. 3 years is a long time to be in the friendosphere. If things haven't progressed yet, they probably won't. Unless it's one of those things where you guys date a bunch of other people for like 10 years and then realize, damn, I should have just dated you in the first place, and then you fall in love when you're like 30. Something like that could happen, but 3 years as a friend might not turn into anything, probably. Probably. Yeah, same. I became a corporate drone at 20, no job beforehand. When I was a teenager, it was really hard to get jobs because that was like the recession, the 2008 recession years, so there weren't like a lot of fucking part-time jobs, really. I applied for a lot of them, and I didn't get a single fucking one until I was 20. Got my first job at 21, and I still have my first job, actually. Beast! I don't think I've had the same job for longer than a year. I always get, like, well, as a 3D artist, you always end up getting fucking gig work and shit. But, yeah, even before that, I never, like, stuck at retail for very long, because it's very mentally draining to do retail jobs. Getting jobs in 2025 is borderline impossible. Correct! Correct! Better take the risk than lose the chance? You mean of asking this person out? Maybe. You might as well at that point. After 3 years, you might as well just like, hey, hi, remember me? Your friend of 3 years? Do you want to maybe see if we got something going on? Might as well. Fuck it. Fuck it. But good profile, though. You're coming in hot. Very interesting person. And clearly very funny. And that should work to your advantage at some point. Oh, wait. Next time. Oh, there's the McLovin profile for whoever was asking that. Gig contract is all that happens for me. It's very debilitating. If I had known that the VFX industry was all gig shit, I don't think I would have gone into that field. Because what they did in school was they fucking lied to me about it. And they said, okay, you get to work at one studio and you do that for your entire life. Because that's how it worked for Gen Xers and Boomers. Like, when I was 9 years old, a family friend took me to DreamWorks Studios for a tour. And I met that family friend's husband. And then, let's see, 20 years later, after I graduated college, I again went to DreamWorks Studios. That motherfucker was still working there, and I showed him my portfolio, and he's like, yeah, it's great, I can get you a job. I've been working here for almost my entire fucking life. It's gonna be real easy for you. And then the pandemic happened, and then the VFX industry got worse than it already was. And then upward mobility got destroyed, so I never got to work anywhere long-term. Because of the way things are for people that are not boomers and Gen Xers. It's just, you're born too fucking late, son. Sorry. Skill issue. So what you're telling me is I'm better off trying to be an independent animator on YouTube? Yes. Have you seen Big Top Burger, my guy? Have you seen fucking Digital Circus? Go for it, dude. So what's the fucking other ones? The Speed Over one? Punch Forever. Have you seen that shit? Shit's fucking good as hell. That's where all the good shit is. If you work for corporate places, you're just gonna get people breathing down your neck all the time with their shitty, sanitized ideas. If you're an indie animator, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Big Top is peak. Fuck yeah, it is. How to send my profile? There's a link to it. There's a link. Where is the lonk? It's in the Discord server. Let's grab that. Let's grab that for you. Mika's Dating Hole. You can also join the Discord server and go to the channel called Mika's Dating Hole, and the link is also there. But I will copy the text for you right now. Right now. There it is. Here you go. Character limit. Oh, I copied the entire fucking thing. Sorry. I meant to just copy the link. Whoops. Let's do that one more time. I want to copy the link, you bitch. Copy. Paste. There it is. There's the link to submit. Indie isn't a guarantee of success, but it's not you getting laid off for doing everything right, but like being under Microsoft or the Embracer problem or the Blizzard merger or Tango, GameWorks, and be the whims of Phil Spencer. Yeah, you know what? If I had to choose one, I'd rather be at the hands of the algorithm than, like, some fucking shareholder somewhere deciding that, hey, you should fire everybody for me, because I thought I would think it was funny if you did that. So I'd much prefer indie stuff. There's no point in working for someone else. Become independent, make your own stuff. If you fail, then you failed, but at least you can say you did it on your own terms and not by somebody else's. Correct! Correct! Also, it's nice not to be fucking yelled at, and have to do unpaid overtime. If you're gonna be doing overtime, it should just be for yourself. Alright, next one. Mr. McLovin. Call me McLovin, 19, almost 20. Cool fuzzy little donkey hat. I like it. It's soft. From East Coast, US. Special interest or talents. I'm an artist, a poet, I play games. I'm very especially interested in Norse mythology and Scandinavian history. That's pretty cool. Maybe find yourself a kawaii little history major somewhere. Maybe. Perhaps. Go to Riz Method. I just act like me, I guess. I'm a very complimentary person. I'm not too serious unless the situation calls for it. I just kind of exist. Being not serious is good, but just kind of existing. It's like passive behavior. You don't really want to be passive if you're, you know, trying to riz somebody up. You need to be a little bit more like trying a little bit, I think. Not like aggressive, but also not passive, you know? Date location. I kind of just like to chill. Public places that aren't too crowded would be my go-to, though. Yep. Public places are good. Nobody wants to meet in a dark alley or your house. So public places are always a good date location. Being too passive is bad because friendships typically don't even form that way. Yeah, you gotta, like, talk to people on purpose with intent. It's, you know, it'll only work to your benefit. Main perks. I'm an extremely loyal person. I care about my friends more than anything. I'm responsible and I'm always trying to improve. I'm self-aware and can take criticism. That's good. That's good. Being loyal is good. That I guess that implies that you're not a roster dater, which is a big problem now. Everybody is put on a fucking roster. Everybody's on the NFL fucking draft with it now, and it's very infuriating. Biggest red flag, I'm pretty pessimistic, and the only thing keeping me going is my need to be creative in some way. I haven't had an easy life, so even as I try to achieve, there's always going to be that wall of depression that's in the way. Yeah, I mean, you can always take pills. But let's see, how old are you? Okay, so I feel like most people go through this in their early 20s. They get like a fucking depression spell, and I think that's pretty common. I think more than anything, you'll probably just grow out of it, most likely. Personal hell, living in a world where the SpongeBob movie 2004 never existed and everyone talked like a Rage comic from the 2010s. I remember Rage comics. Jesus fucking Christ, do I remember those. What a cringe time to be alive. What do you think your ex would warn me about? They would tell you that they totally exist and that you definitely don't have schizophrenia and that you should totally burn down your neighbor's house. Based! It's true, you do grow out of it. Early 20s is for character building. Yeah, you know, shit happens in your early 20s, and then by the time you're 30s, even if things get worse, you're kind of just used to it now. It's just like, okay, whatever. It's fine, I guess. This is just how life is. You just come to terms with the way that things are, and that way is shit. Things suck, but you know, you don't let it get you down so much when you're in your 30s. So many of my friends in my 20s were like, I'm not going to survive, I'm going to drop dead at 30, and they didn't. A lot of my friends were like that too. They're like, you know, I'm just done. I'm just going to kill myself by the time I'm 24, and then like none of them fucking did it. Okay? It's just a little time in your life where you're a bit hyperbolic because you're getting used to being an adult. And you're getting used to not being a kid. And being a kid is based, being an adult sucks ass, and it takes you about 10 years to realize that it sucks, and it's always gonna suck, but you gotta keep going. Cringe is freedom, USA. Happy birthday, America. In case I forgot to say that. I think I said that like several times. But again, happy birthday, America. The version, voices told me to burn down that house versus the chat, I want to burn down that house. That was wrong and not deserved. I sure as hell wish nobody does anything with that information. Wait, what? Did you hear Stone Tossed getting doxxed on Twitter? Hasn't he been doxxed several times? Is he getting doxxed again? How's he getting doxxed again? Is this person just fucking bad at internet safety? Favorite places to rot on the internet depends on your definition of rot. If you want to literally rot, then I highly recommend looking... Man, my eyeball was itchy. God damn it. I highly recommend looking into any of the things Wang talks about, except his kind voice isn't there to guide you, so you just end up killing yourself. Alternatively, IG Reels is a good place to lose 8 hours of your day being scroll bound like an ancient warlock's thrall. Dude, I used to get like fucking. I used to be very doom scrolly. And I'd get depressed because every week my phone would tell me, you spend an average of 5 hours on your phone. And I feel like that feature is good because it kind of guilt trips you into not fucking doing that anymore. So I think I'm down to like 1 to 2 hours now. Hot take, there's no such thing as a water bottle because no bottle holds exclusively water. Every bottle or glass can hold multiple liquids and therefore not specifically designed for water. This is the most schizophrenic thing I've ever read. Okay. Wild card freebie to overshare. If death is the final appointment, then is life just the waiting room? Don't you go to like a waiting room of some kind when you take LSD? So maybe life isn't the waiting room. I guess the intermediary is just doing drugs or something. I think that's the waiting room. I think my profile is a 7 out of 10. I'd say that's about accurate because you have like some confidence issues, I think, due to your depression. Dating question. I'm autistic and it's hard for me to pick up on social cues. I always try to let the person know towards the beginning of us talking that this
Fun
is the
fact.
case.
My first and only post on fentanyl was a drawing of Tumad after he had been found dead in his apartment with him looking at a bottle of pills and saying, "How hungry."
If that's real, I hope you took a screenshot of it. Alright, they always say that I'm doing fine or that they'll let me know, but it's in the end they just ghost me. I'm not sure what to do in this case, but I figured I'd give myself asking you a shot since you also seem extremely autistic. Thanks for the help. Alright, so I'd say here, just don't tell people you're autistic. Just make them think that you're, like, different in a way that they can't really place. And that kind of works out as a charismatic thing. They just think you're, like, kind of a little freak and a little bit esoteric, and that can work out to your advantage. Also, when you tell people that you're autistic in 2025, people assume that you're TikTok self-diagnosing, and it's not cool because it's like a weird fad. It's a fad now, and that looks gay and weird. So don't tell people you're autistic. Just like be yourself and just not be afraid to be a little bit weird with it. As far as social cues goes, just practice. You just gotta practice talking to people. I still have this problem to some degree, but what you do is you have to keep, like, a mental library of what people mean when they're making certain faces. And it's, like, it's never gonna be as, like, instant and, instinctive as it is with, like, normal people. But if you at least have a database, maybe there's gonna be, like, some mental lag with trying to figure out somebody's intention. But it'll be there as long as you keep doing a software update on that shit. Just keep practicing, and eventually you'll remember, like, you'll do it manually. You'll have to realize, oh, when somebody furrows their eyebrow a little bit and tilts their lower left lip down, they're probably disgusted. It's a little bit of a manual process. Just picture yourself as, like, a little guy inside of your head, and the rest of your body is like a Gundam. Just pretend like you're piloting a Gundam and the Gundam is your body, and you have to, like, manually press all the buttons to get the social interaction to go the way that you want it to. And if you use that little analogy, it'll be more fun. That's what I do. I just pretend like I'm selecting dialogue options and stuff. Pretend like it's a game, gamify it. And just build confidence over time. It's not going to come easy, but if you work at it, like with anything, if you practice, you'll get good at it eventually. Also, I forgot to put on there, but I have epilepsy too. I can't drink because of it, so I think that might change certain things. I don't know, though. Well, I mean, it's not bad if you can't drink. When I go out on dates, the female experience is that you probably shouldn't drink, because that motherfucker is probably going to spike your juice, and you're gonna get roofied. So I actually make a point of, like, never drinking when I go out on dates, and also unless I have a means of getting home, because I have a very poor alcohol tolerance. So if I drink one shot of whiskey, I can't drive for the rest of the fucking day. It doesn't wear off, like, in a few hours for me. It's just like I can't. I'm incapacitated for the rest of the day. So it doesn't really affect my dating life if I can't drink. So it really shouldn't affect yours either. And maybe it's even a little more becoming if you're not just, like, throwing them back on a date just to remove the social awkwardness. It's maybe like taking the training wheels off for you a bit early, but in the end, that kind of makes you more of a Chad if you just keep at it. Is it too late to send the application? I mean, no, because we'll keep doing these. I just probably won't get to it today, because we've got a little bit more than an hour left, and we still have quite a few of them to go. And then what happens is our mod goes through these and puts them into this Google Drive. So he probably won't do them today, but, you know, we'll keep doing these as long as I get them, or if I get bored. But, you know, I'll eventually get to all of them, even if I get bored. We might take, like, a day where we do something else, but eventually I will get to all of these. Yeah, let me get shit-faced on this date. That'll impress her. Yeah, you know, being drunk isn't exactly a redeeming quality. It's like, it's kind of a crutch for your social awkwardness. That's why most people get drunk on dates to begin with, because they're a little scared and they need the liquid courage. So if you can be Chad enough not to do that at all, especially because you literally can't, that's only going to be in your favor. The extra drinking was a big thing in my early 20s because everyone was like, wow, I can legally do this, and the constant influx of everyone becoming a major drinker for a few years rubbed me the wrong way. Sometimes people grow out of that also. Yeah, I was never somebody who was really into alcohol. I think I am now. As somebody who's had their life twisted and turned in a lot of fantastically awful ways. But it's not something I usually do on dates, because as a woman, it's a good way to get fucking killed. So if you don't drink as a guy, that's only going to help you. I don't need to fake confidence when I have megalomania. Megalovania mentioned. Sans Undertale mentioned. Yeah, you don't need alcohol if you're Sans Undertale, because he's the Tumblr sexy man for a few years. I think he's done it. He's won a couple years in a row, I believe. Or did he lose to Reagan Arataka a couple times? He's definitely been the Tumblr sexy man at least once. So you know, you're king of the Riz if you're Sans Undertale. Mika, do you let people draw you? Yeah, people draw me all the time. I love drawings of myself. The lower effort, the better. I love fan art. God, I haven't heard of Tumblr in years. I post my art there sometimes. It's a good place to get updates and build your confidence as an artist, because there's no algorithm. It's just, it's artwork is found by hashtags, and there's no like, oh, this person's more popular, so they get more people in the algorithm exposed to it. It doesn't work like that at all. It's just like, if you post it and it matches a hashtag that somebody's looking for, people will find it, and then you get updates for it. It's nice. It's a good place if you want to be an artist online, and you want to feel good about your art, and you feel like you need validation online about your artwork. Post it on Tumblr. Gonna have Mika art wall? Yeah, dude, I actually do want to do that. I just need to, like, compile all of the art I've gotten over the last year. And then I need my printer to work, because it currently fucking doesn't. Maybe I'll go to FedEx and just, like, abuse their printer for a little bit. But yeah, I want to fill that wall behind me with more art, because I think it's cool as fuck. Because my muse and I draw her as a tiny... Yeah, dude, Cresno has, like, over 50 drawings of me at this point. It's great. Put it on throne? A printer? Maybe I'll do that. A whole printer. I don't think I need a whole printer. I just need to figure out what's wrong with the printer that I have. Printers are just evil, because they just stop working for no fucking reason. Like, if you don't have the correct ink cartridge, they'll just fuck up. I hate printers. Next! T10, number 17. Oh, I forgot to say number 15 when we got to Sophia Goon Gang. Oh well, the joke's gone now. Can't make it anymore. Sag. T10 from Utah, I guess? Special interests or talents, autism, and funny on the spot. Good Riz to have. Go to Riz Method, trying autism and playing hard. What do you mean playing hard? Do you mean playing hard to get? Playing hard and playing hard to get have two different connotations. You might not want to play with yourself while you're hard on the first date. Date location, secluded mountain area. No. You're not a fucking mountain lion. You're not a bobcat. Do not do this. Do not do this with women. That's scary. You're gonna scare the hoes if you suggest you go on a secluded mountain for a first date. Don't. Main perks. I have solid morals and open to trying everything super hot. Biggest red flag, God complex maybe. I don't know. I think I'm the best. That's good. That's not a red flag. That's just having confidence. That's good. Amika, thanks for talking me down. I uninstalled Tinder and unsubscribed. It was the lowest tier subscription, thankfully. Okay, that's good. You probably didn't waste, like, what, more than, like, $30? They increased the prices for that, by the way, if you're over 30 years old. Like, I think it's for people 20 to 29, it's $19. For people above 30, it's $40. It's totally fucked. They prey on old, lonely people that feel like they don't have any other options. It's a very fucked up business model. Ted Bundy had a goon cave? Did he? Probably. Sounds about Ted Bundy-ish. You can play hard on the first date, you just gotta be discreet. You can jork it on the first date if you're confident enough in yourself. Hopeless Lonely tier, holy balls. Yeah, there's different tiers. There's like a $500 tier, I think. Let's see, let's look that up. I'm just curious. Highest tier price on Tinder. Yeah, $500! I don't know what you even- Shut up! Shut up, AI mode. Fuck off! Tinder is now offering users a highly exclusive $500 a month subscription option, but only if they receive a coveted invitation and grit through the application process. Tinder Select offers users perks beyond those granted. Oh, it's a Tinder. That's what Tinder Select is. You paid fucking $500 for that. Every time I see somebody with Tinder Select, they're usually not an attractive person, and you can see the desperation in their fucking eyes. Do not pay for Tinder Select. Holy shit, dude. $500 is fucking insane. Didn't some guy spend $1 million on it? Did they? I think there was a guy who had, like, 1 million swipes. I don't think he spent $1 million, unless that's a different guy. Not the murder weed one? Wait, what? But yeah, don't pay for this. I want to know what the fucking benefit of it is. What do you get? What do you get with Tinder Plus? Tinder Platinum messaging before matching. Okay, so you can slide into their DMs without them wanting that. Prioritize likes, so you get boosted in the algorithm. See the likes you've been sent in the last 7 days. And everything from Tinder Gold. Now I want to see Tinder Platinum. Or not Tinder Platinum. Tinder whatever the fuck they said. What was it called? What's it called? Tinder Select. Stop. Why? I hate the fucking AI mode. I wish that would fucking stop. There should be a way to disable that. What benefits are... I don't want to click the fucking AI mode, but I guess we're gonna fucking have to. Select members get their profile shown to the app's most sought-after users and receive priority for a week. For a week? For a week? You paid $500 to be boosted for a week? Excuse me? Messaging privileges, they can message users they haven't matched with up to twice a week. Wow, that is not a lot. Other perks, early access to new features and the ability to hide ads. This is not worth $500 and or $6,000 annually. That is shit. You don't get anything. What's the invite only? What? Why do you need an invite for this? Holy shit, dude. I can't believe there are people out there that buy this. God damn. Hello, Dove's like, welcome. So basically pay more to be able to harass women. Diddy reference. Yeah, but they don't even give you the complimentary baby oil. You just have to pay $500 a month for fucking nothing. Did you know you can slide into a woman's DMs on Instagram for free? Did you know you can just do that? And don't pay any money? You can just do that. Twice a week is crazy. That's like harassment. I guess, but I would think that that's a low number for 2 weeks. Like, let's say you're trying to, trying to play a numbers game with it. You should be able, for $500, you should be able to message multiple people multiple times a week with fucking $500. Twice a week is insane for that price. Here's a good tip for you gentlemen. If your date location has ever been used as a murder location in a Friday the 13th movie, you probably don't want to take your date there. It will scare them. Or, hear me out, what if she's a horror movie fanatic? And then she'll probably like that. I've taken a guy to a graveyard before. That was pretty sick. That was pretty cool. I like that. As a goth bitch, I like me some graveyard dates. I think they're pretty cool.
BTW. Did you know that Tinder has Elo system, the same way as
Yeah, I did know that.
The more popular you are among people, the more you are shown to other people. And if you are extremely popular and people pay money to attract your attention, Tinder can even gift you premium just to hold you on their platform for as long as possible. So guys, you have a unique possibility to not only be bronze in League, but also in Tinder.
Bold of you to say bronze instead of iron. I feel like you have a better chance of becoming challenger in League of Legends than becoming challenger elo in Tinder. That's fucking insane. Also, the way that you have to game the system is you have to say no to a bunch of very attractive people in order to, in the event that they like you back, it boosts you in the algorithm. So you kind of have to gamify it a little bit, even if you're attracted to that person. Liking every profile is to your detriment. Don't use Tinder, basically. Moral of the story, don't do it. And especially don't fucking pay money for it. Jesus Christ. Alrighty. Personal hell Barbie woman, what does that mean? You're gonna have to elaborate on whatever the fuck that is. Dating experience, yes! What do you think your ex would warn me about? I forget things. Favorite place to rot on the internet, Reddit for scum, Insta for racist, TikTok for children. Don't! No, dude, you're gonna have fucking people. You're gonna have the fucking FBI showing up to your house for this. You need to slow your roll. Holy shit, man. Hot take. Cleanse this government on Minecraft. I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think that's a normal take that everybody has. Wild card freebie to overshare. I might be a masochist because I laugh at pain a lot. A little bit. It's giving Toby Fox with this one a little bit. I think my profile is a 6 out of 10. No, you exude confidence, my man. This is easily an 8 out of 10 profile. You lose a point for TikToking for children. You should lose a lot more points for that, actually. Dating question, how the flip do you text people on dating apps? I can hold a regular conversation for 32 years, but not a text conversation. So it's difficult to have conversations with people on dating apps because people are talking to multiple fucking people. Especially if you're on the man side and you're talking to the girl. That girl has at least 5 people trying to talk to her at the same time. And she is prioritizing one of them. And if she's not talking to you as frequently as you'd like her to, you're not the number one there in that situation. Again, go outside, delete the dating app, because women aren't like this in real life. A lot of women use Tinder just for validation purposes or to promote they OnlyFans. So, texting people in order to rizz them up is cursed, because, people just don't... Shut up, always on top. People just don't want to fucking put that effort into it, because they can get distracted on their phones and they've got 12 other people talking to them at the same fucking time. So yeah, my advice is the same as it is all the time. Make friends with women. Make friends with people in real life. No one wants a smelly thing in their bed. What? He's about to be bald. Take the advice from an excerpt. Shave it all off. Women like a man that looks very well groomed. Make sure you're shaved and have a nice clean look in your pics. He is shaved, is he not? Oh, he's not shaved in this picture. But he is shaved for the most part. I think he is aware of the bald enough to be removing the hair for the most part. This seems to be maybe an older picture, I assume. But yeah, bald is beautiful if you're confident. It's only not beautiful if you're a weak little shrimp about it. Women don't actually care about hair. I just like making fun of people online because I know they're insecure about it. That's my go-to. But don't listen to me. I'm just toxic. I'm toxic on purpose because I'm a woman scorned. I do have a few gray hairs on one side. I'm like Rogue from X-Men though, and that's neat. I've got a few gray hairs. You can't see them too well on this webcam, but I got a lot of them. Hair doesn't matter, looking clean does. Precisely. Mika is a bully? Yes. Maybe pics with friends would be good. Nicer clothes. Let's go back to this. Yeah, well, you can't really see a whole lot about what's going on in your wardrobe other than the fact that you probably have a cat because you've got some dander issues happening on the shirt. But this is a fun picture. It's like scary in a funny way. It's an intense look. This one's fun too. Yeah, pictures with friends would be beneficial, I think. candids and stuff. More flattering pictures would go a long way. I mean, I think this is a flattering picture. You're definitely taking it on a webcam of some kind, though, because you're, like, looking down at it, and you're sitting at a desk. So I think some candids would do you some justice. From, like, friends and stuff.
Alrighty, next one. Stiggy Inspector.
Stigging Inspector 26 from California. Special interests or talents. I can draw kind of good. I technically have a minor in creative writing. I read a lot of fiction, fantasy, sci-fi, horror. I self-teach a lot of stuff. I also perform and shadow cast at my local Rocky Horror Shadow Cast. I don't know what that is. But I feel like a lot of girls like Rocky Horror. I don't know what gender you are. I'm assuming you're a dude, because most people in this stream are dudes. And I'm part of a traveling Scottish-Irish Renaissance Guild. That's one of the last truly historically accurate groups in the California Ren Fair scene. That's fucking cool. I've never been to a Ren Fair. I want to go so bad. But, you know, every time Ren Fair season comes around, something weird happens in my life to where I can't fucking go. It's like a curse. Maybe wear a polo over the standard v-neck or tee or v-neck. A polo. I don't know. I don't really know anything much about men's fashion. I think for me the sluttiest thing a man can do is wear a plain white t-shirt. That's about it. It's simple. Just don't wear fucking sweatpants to a date or your profile picture, and then you're fine. Just don't wear fucking sweatpants. Make an effort. Go to Riz method. Don't make eye contact. Stare at the ground. Look around awkwardly and hope the other person notices me and strike up a conversation. Anything else feels like I'm committing borderline assault. Alright, so you're Hinata from Naruto. And Hinata got cucked for like 20 years before Naruto decided, well actually Naruto didn't decide at all. They were like, okay, we need to do something with this plot where Hinata won't leave Naruto alone, so let's just like rush the whole romance in like one of the movies and make it feel very inorganic and weird. But she's got big tits, so whatever. So that's what this feels like. Unfortunately, real life is not like Naruto, and you're...
Okay, this is off topic, but I really like Ultra Kill a lot.
I don't know what Ultra Kill is. Unfortunately, anime is not real life, and the writers aren't gonna make you have a companion. So you're gonna have to stop doing this shit. You're gonna have to have some confidence in yourself and you need to practice talking to people. Date location, graveyards, based! For picnics and movies, mini golf for fun. It's pretty good. Main perks, I'm a romantic, and I will try to make every occasion special. Ah! I also have connections to get into places for free, and I draw stuff for you. That's good. I think hand-drawn gifts, handmade gifts are the best. Biggest red flag, I'm just awkward and probably have some undiagnosed issues, but I haven't seen a doctor in years. That's fine. Doctors suck anyway. They'll just take your money and then diagnose you with whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. Fuck doctors. Yeah! I don't know why that one scares me and the other ones don't. Just wear a tank top like typical wife beater and hold extremely intense eye contact. That's some Riz. Yeah, I think that could work. It might be like drug addict behavior a little bit with the wife beater, especially if you have perchance a mullet. That might rub people the wrong way. Next girl, make me become the jonkler. What does that mean? What do you mean perchance by that one? I forgot the Instagram chat existed again. Oopsie. Well, they don't really talk much in the Instagram chat anyway. It's fine. Oh well. Is jonkling good? I love jonkling. I love jonkling my penis. Personal hell. Church. All jokes aside. Dating experience. I've dated 4 other people seriously for long periods and have fallen into hookup culture trap recently. While I have met some cuties, I'm currently happily single and know I'll find that special someone at the right time for me. That's a good outlook on it. What do you think your ex would warn me about? Depends on which one you ask, but probably the most common complaint would be I'm needy. I expect people to be as infatuated as I am, and I am learning that can't always be the case. I'm at the point where I won't settle for anything less. I'm not putting all the fucking extra effort into the relationship anymore. That's my hot take. I think I should be as obsessed with you as you are obsessed with me, and I won't participate in something that's one-sided anymore. So, I will just dump a person that, like, is lukewarm. I will just not deal with it. Favorite place to run on the internet? Fortnite. Hot take. Everyone has their own bullshit going on. Stop taking everything so seriously. What might be an asshole who bumped into you on the street could be a person who just lost a loved one and is in a lot of emotional turmoil, or just some fat asshole on the street. Real. Wild card freebie to overshare. One thing that has haunted me all my life is before I ever went to kindergarten, my mom, who was like freshly 20, damn! A 20-year-old mom, holy shit! Left me to watch over some kittens, and I put one on top of my mom's laundry basket before running to go pee, and I couldn't find it when I came back. Turns out, it fell between the cracks of the clothing and suffocated, and wouldn't be found for a day or two until my mom did laundry. My dad made me dig a little grave in the garden and bury it in a plastic bag, and ever since I've been haunted by it 23 years later. I hope nothing but grief and anguish in my heart. That's fucked up. That's really sad. Don't share that on a first date, but I understand how you feel. I talked about this last year, I think, but I stepped on a lizard on accident, like, not too long ago, and I think about it every day. And every night before I go to bed, I have a ritual where I say I'm sorry to the lizard. And it's very autistic, but it's, like, the only way I can ever feel at peace with that situation, because I'm a very big fan of animals, and I don't like when they die, and I also don't like being responsible for their deaths. I think that's very sad, and I totally understand, but under no circumstances should you ever tell somebody this on a first date. As somebody who has experienced something like that on a first date, and it was thoroughly upsetting, and I did not want to hear it. That's more of like a couple months in, you share a vulnerable moment with somebody regarding an animal death. Mika, let's be honest, you've been through a lot of life and hated it and had suicidal thoughts, and with the time you started to laugh at it, I never take it serious, and that's how you became dark humor person. Yeah, dude. It's my whole brand. There we go. This whole arm. It's my self-harm arm. You know, this is what happens in your 20s, man. It's just, shit kind of sucks for a little while, but, you know, you learn to just be okay with it. You just get tougher. What will be, and, you know, you gotta, you know, nut up sometimes. And, you know, with time, everything becomes funny. So, you know, it's not that deep. I think my profile is a 3 out of 10. Dating question, I wouldn't say it's a 3 out of 10. You just need confidence. You just need to be not scared. You need not be scared of people. It is indeed your self-harm arm, Mika. Sure, and the shit is. Serious trauma on, oh my god, that's pretty traumatic. It's a fucking early 2000s emo kid, man. It's like, most of my friends are like that from high school. Freddy Fazbear, if he went through shit, this is my self-harm. Arm. I hate you. I fucking hate you for that. Thanks. Let's see. I think my profile is a 3 out of 10. Yeah, it's not a 3 out of 10, you just need to be confident. As a heavily obese, possibly on the spectrum queer, how cooked am I? Okay, somebody actually put their fucking dating profile for the first time. That's useful. Are you obese? You don't look obese. Maybe you just don't carry the chungus in the rest of your body, I guess? I think you look fine. I guess in here you look a little, heavier. But, you know, when it comes to being overweight, you got the good genetics where it's not stored in your face. So you've got that going for you. 6 feet in. Yeah, you're 6 feet tall. So that's good. I guess, well, if you're queer, though, then you're probably looking for dudes. I don't know how dudes care, if dudes care about height, but women care about height. So I don't know. If you're bisexual, you're probably fine either way, I guess. I don't fucking know. What the fuck? Okay. The key to my heart is under 6 feet of dirt located somewhere off the coast of Bermuda. To find it, you must first solve my riddles 3. This is a good profile. You're funny. My biggest red flag is 25 feet wide, 15 feet tall, real pain to fall. If I'm not home, you can find me haunting the fog. I don't think you're cooked at all. You're definitely a funny dude. I think you're fine. It's just, you know, it's just gonna take time like it does with anybody else. So you're on a weight loss journey, so that's good. At least you're, like, conscious about it, but, you know, some people are into the heavier people, so it doesn't really matter. There's somebody for everybody, I guess. But it's cool that you're aware of, like, changing yourself for health reasons. So no, you're not cooked at all. That's chubby at most. Obese gets used a lot by people despite it not being so extensive as they think. I think it isn't obese like the clinical term for it. It's like 50 pounds overweight is like what is considered obese, I believe. I guess if you're talking about obese as like a pejorative term, then yeah, I wouldn't say obese. When I picture the word obese, I think of like people in the deep south that shop at Walmart on the regular. But yeah, you're more of a chubby, not so much of an obese in the form of the pejorative term. As far as like clinically obese, I have no idea. I don't know how to fucking guess people's weight. I have no idea. It's 15 pounds. 15 pounds is over 15 pounds is obese now? No fucking way. We're gonna fact check that one. Oh, Wii Fit. Based Wii Fit. How much? How many? Oh, obese. I'm not talking about your fucking BMI. I want to know about the weight. I want the number of the weight. I don't care about the BMI. The BMI is a stupid fucking number. Go away. Extra 10 to 20. It's not considered obese by doctors. Well, this was in 2010. Like, even I've been, like, 20 pounds overweight before. I don't think I was ever obese. I guess it's I don't fucking know, man. It's fucking stupid. The doctor said I'm morbidly obese. Based! Based! BMI isn't even accurate in any sense. Yeah, because, like, you could be really muscly and muscle dense and still be considered obese because of that. And I don't think anybody takes BMI seriously anymore. I need some water. I'm getting thirsty. It's not a fixed thing, though. It depends on the height. Oh, the weight? Yeah, I guess it does. I don't fucking know. I'm not a fat people scientist, unfortunately. I didn't go to school for that, so I don't know. Next! Ah! It's like that army general talking shit because kids are not fit anymore. What army general? Is this like a reference to something? Are entries for profile ratings still open? Yeah, we probably won't get to you today, but yeah, I'll keep doing these regularly. Wifty... Okay, I can't. I don't know what that says. Whiff titty? I don't know what this is. What John Doe, level 69 from California. Alright, right off the bat, this is a very sad looking picture of you in your bathroom. It's not particularly flattering, and you look like you want to kill yourself. You're not bad looking, but this is an abysmal picture, and you need to have, like, happier ones. We're not taking them in the shitter, perhaps. Special interests. I can play guitar and skate a little bit. Bitches love guitars. Literally a wet towel in the photo, yeah. Like, come on. You need to take some better pictures of yourself. You can do it. It's not gay to take pictures of yourself. Yeah, he had a TED Talk on how they aren't making recruitment numbers because all the people that do want to join can't. Because they are not fit and have bad bones and other health issues because they eat like shit growing up. Is this like an American thing? Because it sounds very American. Because we get fed poison here. Date location. Arcade, fair, bowling alley, ice skating, or any fun places. Those are good. Good choices. Main perks. Loyal, funny, I love showing my love constantly. Good. Biggest red flag, I overthink too much. I guess, you know, everybody has a little anxiety in a relationship. I don't think that's, like, abnormal. Personal hell, a place where I can't be myself and I'm not accepted for who I am. Agree. Dating experience 2. What do you think your ex would warn me about? I used to be immature as hell. How old are you? Oh, you didn't say because you did the meme number. But, you know, everybody has that at some point. Nobody is born mature. You're not the fucking boss baby. Favorite places to rot on the internet? YouTube. Hot take. It's better to be honest and blunt than nonchalant. I agree. Being nonchalant is AIDS. Don't do it. Wild card. Freebie to overshare. I love Scott Pilgrim, Spider-Man, Berserk, Nirvana, Minecraft, God of War, Chainsaw Man, and I'm a geek about them. Chainsaw Man is fucking based. I love Chainsaw Man. I think my profile is a 7 out of 10. Again, with the terrible picture. Who is this? Are you fucking Chewbacca? Are you Cousin It? What's going on here? Take better pictures, man. Come on. Dating question. How do you go about finding the right person that wants you for you? It's, finding a needle in a haystack. You just gotta trial and error it. There's a chance you may never find that person. You may end up 3 times divorced like my mom. Sometimes it just doesn't fucking happen for people, but that doesn't mean you should give up hope. You just gotta try. As for finding them, get off dating apps. Don't do them. Even though I'm telling you, like, fix your profile picture, because obviously this isn't going to help your case. If you're not listening to me on that front, just at least take better pictures. But in real life, women will be less mean to you. I promise, as long as you learn how to make friends with them. Okay? You just need some better pictures. You look a bit like the Mona Lisa here, I think. It's the long hair and the unreadable expression. You need to, like, smile. You need to smile. Okay? And you need to have a face. That's it. I think you've got some good things going on, but, you need to carry yourself better in picture form. Tried watching Chainsaw Man with my ex, and I had never been screamed at like before, and have not been since. Why did she scream at you for Chainsaw Man? What? Mona Lisa femboy coded? Yeah, I got a little bit, yeah. Minus 1,000 Aura Bra, get your Riz game up, twin. No, I have a really good answer for this. Colin or Wright? Oh, for this one? Sorry, the chat goes a little fast. If you call in, I'll answer. I just need to have Discord up, because I have Discord notification sounds turned off, because I get too fucking many of them. But yeah, if you want to call in, do it. Do it now! Boobs and shit? Crazy, I know. Everyone giving up and having a GFBF while Jeff Bezos has his wedding in 60s. Okay, well, he has fucking money. Of course he has a GF. He can buy a GF. You can go to the GF store and buy one. Alright, you are connected.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, you're loud. Hold on, you're really loud, really loud. 1 second. I don't want you to, like, hurt people.
This is
Ah, God damn it! God damn it, don't, please! Hold on. Oh, God. Let's turn you down a little bit. Yeah, I think I had you turned up from that time that you were, like, five feet away from your phone trying to talk to me on Discord.
Gotcha. Is the audio quality okay? Is it connected to the right mic, or is it going through my exposed wire that's hooked up to my machine right now?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea, but it sounds fine.
It sounds fine, okay. Yeah, well, the exact question, I can't see it on the stream, right? Because, there's a delay. So what exactly did he say? Because I want to respond to it, like...
Oh.
It was, like, about, like, finding somebody who's, like, likes me for who I am or something like that. What was the exact question?
How do you go about finding the right person that wants you?
Yes. So, the way to do this is to become an attractive person, and I don't mean that, like, superficially. You can't, like, be prettier, right? I mean, you could go to the gym and shit like that, but it's about building your own confidence and investing time in yourself into becoming a person that other people will find attractive, because you want, like, people to like you for who you are, right? Like, so you need to be the best version of yourself, basically. You can't just expect people to like you because you sit around, you play Dota, and jerk off all day. Like, and this is from personal experience. Yeah, and I mean, I've been in that position before where, like, I was an absolute fucking useless human being, man. All I did was smoke weed and play Dota and, like, doodle a little bit. I wasn't investing in my art like I should have. And then, like, once I start actually investing in myself and, you become more of a person, like, not only do you build confidence, you'll care way less about what other people think of you, and you'll see how, like, people are naturally more attracted to you. So don't think about, like, oh, how do I find the right person who likes me for who I am? It's like, dude, you gotta like yourself. Like, number one, you gotta be, like, a thing that you're really proud of, right? You gotta, like, make sure that you are the best version of yourself that you can be in order for other people to like it. But that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it for yourself, and then other people will like you for it. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. I guess I didn't mention that because I just assume people like themselves. Because I have such, like, a mentally high opinion of myself. I think I'm really fucking cool, so I guess, like, I don't think about how I was like 10 years ago, where I just thought I was like a fucking gay little loser. And my only course of action for not being alone was to get married to a Holocaust denier. So, yeah, I guess definitely what you said. If you like yourself, if you feel like a confident person in who you are, things will fall into place and other people will like you for sure.
Yeah, it also makes like the rest of the whatever fucking relationship you're in so much easier. Because like once you actually start liking yourself for who you are and have this appreciation for who you are as a human being, they can't fucking threaten you with like, I'm gonna leave. Because like what happens is when there's this like shift in the dynamic, right? When like, oh dude, this my girlfriend or like my partner or whoever is my whole life, and if they leave right now, I'm totally screwed and life will be fucking shit. And you need to go, oh, they're gonna leave, okay, bye. that should be fucking your loss.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean? Yeah, like, you know, honestly, it should be like that. It'd be like, oh dude, you know, fuck.
Bye, loser, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
If you don't appreciate, like, no, like, don't fucking invest your time in people that like don't give you this, like, give you shit. You know what I mean? Just like invest your time in people that actually appreciate who you are, right? And the only way they'll do that is by being a cool fucking person. Go be a cool fucking person first. Like yourself. Invest in yourself. Everything gets so much fucking easier from that point on. Like, for real. And this is not like even necessarily just to find the right person in dating. It's like, dude, even if you're alone, you're gonna be happy.
Yeah.
So it's so fucking, it's such a fucking powerful thing. So fucking go, like, how do I go about finding the right person that wants you for you, man? It's like they'll show up. They'll fucking show up, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I had. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree, because even 7 months ago, I was not that person, and I was just like, you know, I had my balls in a vice by somebody else because I was afraid of getting abandoned, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, what is the point in dating people if I am not actually benefiting from this, and if every time I look at my phone and there's not a new text message from you there, and I feel sick, if I feel physically fucking ill from not receiving that because I'm scared of you not reciprocating that feeling. I fucking hate that. So yeah, I would much rather be alone because my company is really fucking cool. I value my own company, and if somebody doesn't fuck with me, then they can go fuck themselves. Yeah, 100% agree.
That's it. So I hope that helps you, buddy. Also, your picks are I'm sorry, but that fucking one on the swing, it's fucking terrible. It's so useless. It's so useless. You might as well put a fucking photo of a tuna sandwich. I don't understand. Like, what is this? Am
if you look in the mirror and hate
as
yourself,
a woman looking at
love
this right now, assuming, I'm also assuming
yes,
that you're
you should love yourself now. Yes, you should. Because I
like,
do.
I'm sorry, I can't. I know there's a clip playing. I can't say that, but like, yeah, like I like you need to like, what am I getting out of this? Because this doesn't show me personality. The only thing it shows me is that you have wonderful locks.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Mona Lisa
like,
hair.
Yeah, dude, because you have like, think about yourself going through TikTok or Instagram Reels or some shit. How long do you give a video? How long do you give a video?
Couple seconds.
Less.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe a second at best. And if I am a woman going on one of these apps, you know, and I see that photo, I wouldn't even think about that twice.
Dude, when I'm on apps, I'm like, bam, 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 bam. I'm like lightning fucking fast because I can very quickly see who I am and I am not attracted to. So yeah, if you're gonna stay on apps, you gotta get some better pictures. Maybe get like a fucking photographer if you don't feel, because I feel like a lot of men think it's gay to take pictures of themselves, and this is the fucking result. It's not gay to take pictures of yourself. It's just you're showing off your goods. You're showing off that tight little ass, and it's not gay because that's how you get people to notice you. Because you need to break in with having something to look at before people get to your personality. It doesn't matter how good your personality is, unless you're like on a fucking website or a dating app for blind people. You gotta give somebody something to look at, and I can't, for this one specifically, the one where you're on the swing, I don't know what the fuck I'm seeing. You just gotta take better pictures of yourself. You're not a bad looking dude, you aren't taking anything flattering of yourself, and it just like, it looks like you're underconfident, and women don't like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going back to the original point, but like, it is like 100% a photo thing. Like, you want to look fucking clean, you gotta wear nice clothing and like look like you take good care of yourself, dude. Nobody wants a smelly man. No, but I've seen it. Like I've seen this. Like, gotta be real with you, man. I've seen the very like. I've been around people that had smelly partners. It's not fun. But yeah, like, I'm sure you have one friend who's a photographer. Be like, yo, dude, can you like fucking set me up with some photos and then dress up? You don't have to like put on a tux. Just put on a nice button-up shirt. You know, something that looks like a little cleaner on some level. A I don't know.
Maybe treat it like a fucking LinkedIn photo at this point. Like, just a little bit clean.
Fair.
Like you wouldn't do this for a job interview, basically. If you wouldn't put this picture up on LinkedIn, don't put it on a dating app. It's the same principle.
I would say even go on, like, if you really want to step it up, like in terms of like fashion and shit, go to Pinterest and look up male fashion. See if you really want to like jazz it up to the extreme. But honestly, find a friend, dude, who has a good camera and take some photos, and all you need is focal blur, right? You just need the background to be blurred and you look nice, and then like throw a fucking preset filter on top of the image. That's it. You're gonna have an image that's gonna get like 80% more likes. It doesn't matter how you even look. It's all literally about presentation.
Who is bro? This is one of our Discord mods and my best friend IRL. We met in college, and he lives in Portland. And I don't ever see him because we live far away from each other. But yeah, this is Dingus. He's a cool dude. He's got relationship experience and shit. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next one, and I'm gonna hang up.
Okay, well, I'll see you later, guys.
See ya. My one pushback is that Pinterest fucking sucks for male fashion. It's a trap. Does it? Are you sure? Or do you just not like what you're looking at because you have no sense of fashion? Are you sure about that one? Perhaps. Maybe it is a little... Maybe it's a little gay on Pinterest, but women kind of like that. They kind of like a fruity dude sometimes. Let's see. God of the Cripples, of course. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this one. Bro spit facts. Yeah, dude. Dingus knows what's going on. He's one of the few people in the server with a girlfriend, so he understands. He knows how to get women. He's got a woman. Let's see. God of the Cripples, of course. Tyler, 21. From Michigan with a devil emoji. Why why is there a devil emoji here? They're stretching at the seams? What do you mean? I'm 100% sure it's dudes with the worst fitting clothing. Last of the day, let's go. It's not the last of the day. We still got till 5. Pinterest is a place to fix modern guys' drip. Let's see. And she's the coolest dude. Dude, yeah, his girlfriend is cool as fuck. She scares the shit out of me. She has a very intense look in her eyes. You know, if you can win a girl that is terrifying, then you know you've got fucking Riz. You know you're the king of charisma with that one if you get the scariest girl in the room. Fashion is like a bit. It doesn't matter what bit you want to do, but you gotta commit to it, aka pick a style you love and go all in. I agree. I think I don't think having good fashion sense will ever hurt you. I've seen some people with some pretty crazy things that they wear on dates. I saw some. I dated a guy. Well, dated like implies we were boyfriend and girlfriend, which we definitely were not. I went on one date with this dude. This is also the guy that killed the cat and told me about it. He was like wearing like a pirate coat of some kind. It was very bizarre. I feel like very few people can pull off a pirate coat on a first date. And he was not one of them. So I don't recommend wearing a pirate coat. As like a good first step. Like if you had to choose between a plain t-shirt and a pirate coat, you should probably go with the t-shirt. Because again, you're going to scare the hose. You're going to scare the hose away. Tip number 1, don't wear shirts with funny text on them. This dude's good looking. Liar. Bad advice. I love a funny shirt. I think funny shirts are good. I follow an Instagram page called Good Shirts, and I think shirts are a good way to start a conversation with somebody, actually. Like, I think I told you guys last stream where I was wearing a Hunter x Hunter shirt, and somebody started talking to me about it. It's a good... graphic tees are not a bad thing, okay? They don't make you look like shit. They don't make you look like you're ready for a fucking job interview, but they don't make you look bad. Let's see. Go to Riz method. Being funny, occasional freak joke, and making really, really certain the other person is comfortable around me. Enough to express a boundary if they need. Date location. No clue. Never been on one. I don't think I care as much as long as I like the person I'm with, honestly. I mean, you're fine as long as you don't take somebody to a secluded mountain or a crack house. I think anything that isn't that is fine. I love funny shirts. Yeah, funny shirts are based. Graphic tee slander is propaganda I'm not falling for. I also will not fall for that. This vibes. I don't. Is that a link? Will I get to somewhere if I open this? Let's see. Is this perhaps a shirt? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, based. Wear this on a first date. It's a good icebreaker. Unless you're dating with somebody who's like takes everything very literally and very seriously, then you're just weeding them out if they're not, you know, dateable as a person who's not interested in anything funny. So it can only stand to work to your benefit if you wear something like this. Alright, main perks. Because of people being inherently uncomfortable around my disability, I've had to work very hard to make sure I can make people comfortable. I understand boundaries, I understand mutual effort. I don't have an entitled mentality about these sorts of things. I'm objectively very funny. Yeah, this is our resident cripple Adonis from the Discord server. This is, you know, good-looking dude. Biggest red flag. I get very attached. I'm a bit needy, not in the sense that I am controlling or anything, but I have a habit of letting it affect my judgments. I tolerate things I probably shouldn't. In terms of red flags, other people would have to worry about it. In terms of red flags, other people would have to worry about. If I knew one, I'd be working on it. Doesn't mean there isn't one, though, necessarily. That's some good self-awareness. Personal hell. A version of my life where my disability prevented me from experiencing the things I experience. Dating experience. Long distance. I didn't start opening up until I was nearly finished with school, so my best chance to meet people in person has kind of come and gone. I've accepted that, and that'll be fine if I ever find somebody who's actually willing to commit to visiting, especially when I'm openly willing to pay for their flight. You're like 18 or something, right? 21. Some young, right? Okay, so your chances aren't gone. You just need to find places where people go, okay? Your chances aren't gone just because you're not in like school or anything. Damn, Adonis, sorry that man is your father, let me be honest. Resident cripple is crazy. Hey, this is him, man. This is all he goes hard on the Discord server. His name in the server is King of Cripples. Or an NSFW, it does the job. Yeah, wear that one hentai shirt with all the ahagaos. That'll get you some pussy. Guarantee it. Goddamn-tee it. Was 9 plus 10? I believe the answer to that one is 21. What do you think your ex would warn me about? Well, she had borderline personality disorder, so it depends on the day. I'd say she was just as likely to tell you I'm a decent guy as she is to say I'm a disgusting male manipulator who ruined her life. Favorite place is the Rot, Mika's Discord, obviously. I am kissing ass to earn your support. You don't need to do that. Hot take, expecting people to have their lives figured out before they date is unrealistic. No one ever is going to have their life fully figured out. You don't have to be happy. You don't even have to be fully stable. You just need to be able to not make it a problem that detriments other people. You can't expect a partner to waste their energy trying to fix you. I think my profile is a 6 out of 10. Yeah, people have such fucking crazy expectations with dating. It's kind of fucking nauseating. I dated a guy who just, like, he didn't like it when I talked about things that happened to me in my past. And I'm not saying, like, he didn't like me because I did, like, some weird sexual thing or whatever, because I haven't. It's just, like, very innocuous stuff, like telling him, like, a kind of traumatizing, but with time, funny story about my childhood. And then he would get mad at me because he said that would make him, like, uncomfortable. And that I shouldn't talk about that kind of stuff. He had, like, a very odd delusion of what people should and shouldn't say in relationships, and I think you should be able to be vulnerable with people at the very least in a relationship. That's like bare minimum shit. I'm still unsure if he's the king of cripples because he too is, or if he's just crippled all of his subjects regardlessly based. I'm back. Hi, Gummy. Yeah, haha, thank you. He paints your ceiling a new shade of red with her brain matter. What? Excuse me? I'm just curious, what makes you feel connected to someone like that in the first place? Bad self-esteem. You know, just using dating apps thinking, oh wow, this person is really attractive. I don't think I can do better than this. I'm going to cling on to this person for dear life. So that was like 2 exes ago. Probably the most attractive person I've dated. Very pretty man, very beautiful twink. So I let him get away with a lot of stuff that was just toxic. Because I didn't want to lose him, because I thought, okay, well, shit. This is a catch right here. I gotta do everything to make him comfortable, and I have to compromise on all the things that make me comfortable in a relationship. And that's what happens when you're not confident, and that's what happens when you don't like yourself. Even if you do land relationships, you get taken advantage of. Because you're trying so desperately not to lose that person. Not a Sigma? Definitely not a Sigma. Sorry, you are not a Sigma. I used to not be a Sigma. I'm a Sigma now, because I won't put up with that shit, because I'd rather be alone than deal with somebody's weird maturity problems. I think I'm behind by like 20 seconds. Is there lag? Lag? I can't tell if there's lag on my end. If there's no lag on my end, then you're just lying. Dating question. In your opinion, what are some good ways to meet people when you can't get out in person very often? Let's say hypothetically due to a disability. Alright, so here's the question. Here's the question that everybody fucking asks. I don't know. Start a YouTube channel? This is how I'm meeting people and I can't fucking leave my house. I'm not disabled, but there is somebody very dear to me in my life who is, and my life currently revolves around taking care of them. And the only way I've been able to meet people is through online shitposting, having a YouTube channel, posting on Instagram, streaming on Twitch. And ironically, this is the most friends I've ever had. Not to sound parasocial with it or anything, but, you know, I'm glad I'm, you know, building a community with people that are fun to talk to. And it's nice. So, you know, I think, you know, you're funny. You're definitely entertaining on the server. You could probably be a good content creator. So, you know, fuck it. You have nothing to lose. You might as well give it a shot. I'll sub to you. Mika, that's no way to talk about your brother. You're assuming I love my brother. I hate that dude. Fuck that guy. He came into my mom's text messages after I blocked him in her phone. Because she'll get sentimental and she'll unblock him. Trying to be like a little shisty little guy, and then I did my due justice of insulting him again before blocking him a third time. So no, that he's not the disabled person in my life that I love. He's definitely disabled, but that's his fucking problem, not mine. Haven't spoken to him in 5 years. We all can't leave our house. I also do not. Yeah, I don't leave my house, you know. Shit happens, but, you know, if you have the confidence, which you seem to exude a lot of confidence, fuck it. Sorry, YouTube. Finding your content was definitely one of the best things this year, for real, for real. Aww. Damn, that's quite the compliment. I don't know how to feel about that, because that might mean that maybe your life is quite terrible if this is, like, a main highlight, because I'd say my content is pretty mid, but thank you. Niche internet micro-celebrity, the only solution. Yeah, dude, fuck it. Might work out for you. You don't know. You won't know unless you try. I didn't think YouTube would work out for me, and then finally the algorithm started paying attention to me in the last couple of days, so fuck it. If my dumb ass can do it, you can do it. Guys, she's talking about me. What? Alright, we'll move on to the next one. Oh, wait, we missed this one. We're not even done. Wild card freebie to overshare. Trauma dump time. My first real partner spent 4 to 5 months being wonderful, just as clingy as I am. Absolutely in love. She taught me that my disability doesn't stop me from being attractive and lovable. Unfortunately, that made me wait to attach to recognize that it was getting toxic as hell. It happens. It fucking happens. She dumped me, assured me that she would never want to date anyone but me, and we could try to get back together one day if her mental health improved. Do not fall for this. Later on, she even made plans to visit me for my birthday, only to cancel. I finally gave up, ended it with her completely. Then I found out she's dating another guy a month and hiding posts about him from me. Then she ghosted me. Same thing happened to me a couple years ago. Dated a guy for a month, thought things were going good. Then he breaks up with me out of no fucking reason, saying he's just not ready for a relationship. I'm not over my ex. And then he kept baiting me back in, saying, "Oh, I might want to get back together with you at some point. I just need a job first. I just need X, Y, and Z." And it basically goaded me into giving him money. So I thought, oh, if he's financially stable, he'll want to date me again. And that's not true. That's just fucking manipulation. And this guy would like pull out all of the stops. It was like the fucking Dark Souls of miscommunication, of like gaslighting. He would invite me to like breweries and stuff, and he would get me really fucking drunk, and it would just be me, like we were on a date. He would invite me to go like stargazing with another couple, like it was a date. He would invite me to go camping with just him, just me and him, like it was a fucking date. And then he would deny that he was ever interested in me. And when I asked him, hey, what the fuck, how come we haven't gotten back together yet, he said, oh, I always felt weird about you, and we rushed things too much, and I was never sure about you. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So yeah, there are people like this. This is why you don't maintain the hope of getting back together with your ex, because it's probably like a bizarre manipulation tactic on their behalf. So just don't fucking bother with that. If they broke your heart once, they'll do it again. You're a diamond pull, and I'm glad I found your channel. Thanks. I think I'm pretty cool. But, you know, I guess other people don't think that, and it's very fucking irritating when they pretend that they do. Leading people on is a sin, and I hope you go to hell if you do that. I would like to personally escort you to hell if you're the type of person that does that to people. Dark Souls of miscommunication. Oh, you like that one? I'm glad you do. I think it's a good fucking analogy. Last December, a few months after, I met a girl from Illinois through a friend of mine. Super sweet, incredibly timid, but really lovely and creative and funny. And if you made her feel comfortable enough to open up, after 3 or 4 weeks of talking, she got violently attacked by her father, put in the hospital, and lost most of her memories. Holy shit, dude. Fucking anime backstory. Her personality took a 180. She became mean and vindictive to the people. Few people still supporting her. IRL, our mutual, is an extremely close friend of mine, so all this is verifiably true from my perspective. When she got her memories back after like a month, she came back just to tell me she liked me, but wasn't going to date me. Then she ghosted. My last talking stage ended a few weeks ago. 2 months, someone who was mutually interested in me, but said I needed time to recover from their previous abusive relationship. I tried to give them time. A month later, ghosted me out of the blue. No clue why. I actually fucking cursed. My luck is as crippled as I am. So when people say that they're not ready and they need to recover from their last relationship, they're usually fucking lying, and they're just not that interested in you. That's like the sad truth. They're just trying to be nice, but you know, their nice is actually just lying to you, which is not nice. And it's like a tactic that ends up leading people on because it causes them to wait. And I hate when people fucking do this. It's very irresponsible to fucking do to people. Just set the boundary that you're not fucking interested. That's all you have to do. And then you don't wait for that person. It's real easy. Just tell them no. Okay? Dude, what if Hector, instead of clicking his bell, he had to jork it and then the bomb would activate when he busted? That would be cool. I'd watch that Breaking Bad. I think that's the superior Breaking Bad that we unfortunately didn't get. Stringing people along and wasting their time is pretty bad. Yeah, it's like you should go to hell. You go directly to hell. Do not pass go. Do not go to jail. Go to hell. Fucking stupid.
Alright, next!
Mark Prescott. 20. From America. Special interest or talents. Stalking. Gooning. Bad. Bad. Not talents. No, bad. Who is this? Why are you 5 different people? What is happening? I think these 2 people look similar enough, but who the fuck is that guy? What the fuck is happening? I'm sorry. Excuse me. Date location, abandoned prisons. Alcatraz could be cool. Especially if it's haunted. I think a good dating location is the very bottom floor of the Queen Mary, where they have like that big propeller just floating eerily in the water, and there's no sound happening anywhere. It's just you, your date, and the propeller, and all the ghosts that haunt the Queen Mary. I think that would be a cool fucking date. I think that's better than a prison, actually. Main perks, disabled parking. Perfect! Biggest red flag, the American flag that waves around in my room. Red, white, and blue. Happy birthday, oh America! Personal hell, Xanada, and India. Dating experience like 4. Who are I love the Getty images, it's beautiful. Look, it looks just like you. What do you think your ex would warn me about? Calling you slurs while playing Stardew Valley? What the? Who uses fucking slurs when playing Stardew Valley? It's not even a stressful game. What? Favorite places to rot on the internet anywhere works. Hot take, I was born in the wrong generation. Should have been born in the 50s so I can beat my wife. I agree. I wish I could have been born in the 50s so I could just be zooted on opiates. Wish I could just take Xanax all the fucking time and then occasionally get hit by my husband, and then I can show all the other girlies in the neighborhood my new shiner. It'd be nice. It's comfy. Wild card to overshare. Even if you're a really annoying bitch, I promise I won't hit you. I feel like you're lying. It's a classic manipulation tactic called lying, where you tell somebody that you're not going to do something and then you do it. So you gotta watch out. Gotta watch out for liars. Okay, profile for getting 0 pussy. I don't know about that. I think it's a 10 out of 10. Dating question. Can I make both? Can I make both holes fart? Probably if you're well endowed enough, like, taking some silly putty and squashing your hand into it until it makes that farting sound. I feel like, don't let your dreams be dreams. Give it a shot. You never know unless you try. Wilton. Didn't we do this one already? Could have sworn we did. We did this one. We did Wilton. Dog emoji dude. Dog emoji dude from Toilet Anus Dastas. What? Is this what are you stroke posting? I don't know what this is supposed to mean. My friend once shoved in an air compressor in his pee hole and it made his penis fart. What a beautiful thing to say. Thank you. Thank you for that information, dingus. I couldn't have lived much longer without it. I won't get mad if you tell the truth. Biggest lie invented by big business. Big liars don't want you to know about this one weird trick called lying. Go to Riz Method Blue Steel. Good reference. That's an old movie that you weren't old enough to see at the time when it came out. Date location. Beach, casino, public tram, clay pottery, playground. Don't take women to casinos. Don't gamble in front of the hose. That's not a good one. Main perks. Dog? Main perks dog emoji. You're gonna have to do a little bit better than that. Biggest red flag. Stupid as fuck. Zoning out. Okay, I guess. Sometimes women like a stupid dude, so it's easier to boss you around. So maybe that's not a red flag. You can spin it a little bit. Personal hell. Disappointed parent. Disappointing your parents or being a disappointed parent. Dating experience negative. Well, you're young, so it's fine. What do you think your ex would warn me about too? Geeked? Favorite places to rot on the internet? Pinterest Reels, YouTube. Hot take dog. Wildcard freebie to overshare. I busted to her handwriting. I feel like that was a Reddit post at some point. I feel like that's a reference to something, maybe. I think my profile is a 10 out of 10. Dating question. How to riz up a 10 if I'm chopped? My impression of you is that you don't have, like, a lot of life experience. You don't seem to have a lot going on. And, like, no shade, you just seem, like, very young with, like, not a lot to say. So I guess you could, like, carry yourself by your looks because you're not chopped. You got the handsome twink face, so that helps. But I think you would probably suck when it comes to conversations. Because your main perk is 3 dog emojis, and I don't know what that means. Casino's the best Riz aura environment, living like 007 spy. I feel like you're wrong. I feel like that's a good way to tell a woman that you have a gambling problem. Big Pharma invented white men to sell antidepressants and birth control? Probably, yeah. Clay Pottery first needs somewhere to keep all those casino winnings. Alright, so, yeah, you know, your biggest issue here is you don't seem like you've got a lot to converse about based on the way that you construct your profile. It's not a lot to go off of. You've got the face, but none of like the conversational things happening for you probably. My suggestion for that is just live your life a little bit more. Experience things, do stuff with people, have shenanigans with your friends, make memories. And maturity and things to talk about will come with time. I think you're just like a kid. You're just like a little kid. It's not much to go off here. That's it really. It's not a bad profile, but it's also not a good one. Also, the aborted fetus picture in the back is pretty interesting. What country is this? What language is this? Maybe it's like a language thing. Maybe you have more to say in your home language if you're not from America. Russian? It's Russian? Nah, but Jonesy Fortnite fell the fuck off. Who the fuck is that? The brick has not been fired? What are you guys talking about? Ooh, guys, chill on the guy. There's nothing wrong with him. It's just like he's not got a lot of interesting things happening. And like, if this were a dating profile, I'd be like, what do I talk about this dude with? Basically, you look dumb as shit. You don't look dumb. It's normal. A goon in the making. Need a photo of him giving an abortion to show he's down with reproductive rights. Yeah, I guess that's like, you've got a nice face. There just needs to be, we need to build more context for the person that you are. Maybe some photos with your friends, maybe some photos of you doing things, photos of you with animals. Bitches love an animal. But yeah, he definitely knows about dogs and abortions. Women love dogs and abortions, I must say. A top 10 thing for a girl is abortions. So you've got that going for you. It's like a subtle thing too. Like, it's subliminal messaging. Like, it's something you don't notice right off the bat, but it does tell us that you're a reproductive rights ally. I think maybe you could like get an aborted fetus from the trash can at Planned Parenthood and like hold it in a jar like it's a fish, like you caught it in the lake. And I think that would get women more interested in you because they would find you to be an ally. But yeah, I guess it is almost 5 o'clock, so that's the last one we'll do today because I can yap for too long with these. But since there's only there's only one of them left, I'll have to wait on that one until we get more submissions, I guess. And then we'll continue streams like this some other time, depending on what happens by Wednesday. But yeah, this is fun. This is a fun stream. I had a good time. I had a good fucking time. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, you guys. Thanks for
Mika, how many profiles are left?
just one. There's just one left. This one, Moon Witch. I will submit one. Good stream. I can't see mine there. If you just submitted it, it's not gonna be here yet. It needs to be reviewed by a mod, so you can't send a dick pic, and I don't get like fucking jump scared on Twitch and then subsequently banned for having a cock on the screen. But yeah, deborted fetus. Instead of debaby, deborted fetus. Need similar advice streams with different topics like those old advice columns. Oh, I'd love to do shit like that. If you guys can think of like a topic for me to like make the Google document for, I'll make the Google document this time so Milko doesn't have to do it. And then I will give you advice. I am a person who has lived through a lot of shit, so I think I'm uniquely qualified to tell you guys how not to have shitty experiences like I did. Yeah, we can have an abortion stream probably. We can talk about boy preggers,
girl
maybe.
Talk, please.
Girl talk. I would fucking love to. I would love to do that. I'll cook something up over the weekend probably, and we'll do more of this stuff because I like audience participation streams. It's a lot of fun.
Alright, boys.
Boys and girls,
Ugly bald bitch.
thanks. I'm gonna take my bald ass to the park, maybe, and do...
Thanks for today, Mika. Drink water and say hi to your mom from us.
I will. I'm gonna go hang out in the park with my dad, or grill or something. I don't know what the fuck people do on 4th of July. I haven't celebrated in a long time. Maybe I'll get a hot dog and feed it to my mom so she'll eat something. We can all have hot dogs together, but thanks for stopping by. Happy birthday, America. Sorry that you guys live in inferior countries that are not America. Maybe re-roll your character and then you can have a cool American life like me and get like a Hummer limo or something and pollute the atmosphere with lots of gas. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Bye, everybody. I love you. See you next time. See you Wednesday, provided nothing happens. I don't know. I think my mom has a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. Everybody say thank you to Milko for organizing the Google Drive document. Thank you, Milko. Thank you. Bye. Love you, Mika. Love you too. Bye-bye. Everybody say it back. Bye-bye.